Okay, I think we're good.
I can't even argue that I was conserving ammo because you get so much in the game.
We'll throw one of those weird
Yep.
explodey squid baby things because you never use them.
Yeah, they're kind of useless. There he is. There's the sexy boy.
Don't
It's
worry,
me.
Tom. I also had a moment with Kieran during one of his most recent streams where I said you fucking suck whilst laughing very hard. I forgot what it was.
Was it when I blew myself up in this game? No.
Oh yeah, that was it.
Oh yeah.
No, I hate
With
that
the
I did
Nikita?
that. Yeah. I saw all the clips you
I
made, by
clipped
the way.
that.
Yeah, thank
Yes.
you. I think my favourite moment from part 1 was when you were muted the whole time. We were just like, oh, we just thought you were being
Oh, that
quiet.
was so funny.
I felt real bad,
Yeah.
but yeah, I was laughing my ass off.
You just come back with, I've been muted this whole time.
Yeah. But as we begin, I want to say thank you to everybody who's here. Thank you to everybody who's ever supported us on our Twitter, on our YouTube, followed us here or subbed us on here. It's just greatly appreciated. And what we do, like the streams, the Let's Plays, and the reviews, which are ready to start coming out, because I'm actually, tomorrow, you're going to hear it here first, I'm going to get started on the script for a Metal Gear Solid 2, the review. Pardon me. But, and yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. But if you really, really want to support us, you don't have to, don't feel obligated. We also have our Patreon here. I want to thank everybody who's ever supported us on Patreon. On here, you can visit us on our with the different tiers. We have our 5 tiers, all of which have the Patreon exclusive Discord server that we have, where we chat, talk movies, talk games, talk all sorts. It's a bit quiet in there at the moment, but when it starts getting a little bit more crowded, I'm pretty sure we're going to have more little live streaming hangouts, because we have our own little stream things that we do there, which is going to be lots of fun. But if you've ever supported us,
Finish this thing.
That's one way to start it. Well, you know, I thought we needed some flair.
let's get started. So, where we left off was at the bottom of Communication Tower A. Let's read a mission log, why not? Because I haven't read all of these, because I like the little art in the background, because you don't usually see it. Terrorists have After outlasting Ocelot's torture, Snake escapes from the cell. However, Merrill, taken as the other hostage, cannot be found. Snake infiltrates the communication tower and heads for the walkway on the upper floor. There we go. I like that as a feature, because it's also... You know what it kind of reminds me of? It reminds me of the Sonic Adventure thing where you hang out.
What the
Except in one example, it's Sonic, and the other is Solid Sonic.
Solid Sonic.
I'm sorry, but I'm gonna since highlighting that, that's stuck with me.
Ooh, cool things.
reminds me of
Oh,
a
no.
sketch I did where I drew Sonic as a Solid Snake, and it was weird as that one.
Okay, I've got some
It's not too weird.
Solid Sonic 4, Guns of the Eggman Land.
Okay, and let's get going.
Guns of the Eggman Land. So there was a mass shooting at Eggman's theme park.
Okay, can we not talk about
Hell yeah!
mass
His
shootings?
robots have giant ass cannons.
So,
By the way, it's
yeah, sorry for the flashes.
It's like-
right now, this is the best way to deal with this place. You're going to be chased by so many Genome soldiers right now. It's not even funny. So the best,
I've never seen this stun grenade method. That's new to
the
me.
best method. I've always done it this way. Just throw stun grenades as you run. Oh, hold on. I want to show this off.
First time I played this game, I had so much trouble with the stairway. If I'd have known this method,
Snake.
Well, from what I understand, you walk up.
Even if I use the card. Huh?
walk up, and
Oh,
go
that's right. I totally forgot. Do you know something? That door sometimes gets frozen shut because it's so cold outside. Next time, tell me beforehand. So what should I do? It's
Go on,
impossible to
Snake.
open
Slither
from the
through that
inside.
door.
They always
You
use
No,
bitch.
C4 or
it
something
gets
from
frozen
the
on the outside, so they have to
outside.
blow
You
up,
can't
use
open it from
C4
the
to
inside.
melt the...
Sorry, it's impossible.
Go on,
But
Snake.
don't
Makes
worry,
sense.
You'll get through.
Hamburger.
There are 2 walkways that connect Tower A and Tower B. The other
Snake,
one's
I know you've
closed.
never done this
You should
before,
just
but you
use
can
the
blow up
walkway
doors.
on the roof.
I just like how this is the normal way, not just for Snake, but for anybody with this specific door. Just, yeah, they just blow it up to open it.
Hey, Raiden, wouldn't that have been useful?
But yeah, this might seem familiar to all those who were here for the Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake playthrough. Ow.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, we had sequences
What?
just like this.
If I told you about all those doors, oof, let me tell you.
Yeah. Thankfully, we
Never
don't have to
those stairs involved.
deal with that anymore.
Good times.
What? This worked when I tried in Final Fantasy VII.
I was a soldier, first class. Dr. Ocho. Metal Gear Genova.
Liquid really is the Sephiroth of Metal Gear.
He's the deal with
More like the roof
Yeah.
of Shinra. Oh, yeah.
Oh, Snake at the...
Where'd he go?
I could picture Liquid going ree.
Reverie?
I
Uri.
mean,
I think you can call...
I mean, if you check out the cutting room floor of Metal Gear Solid, his Japanese voice actor shouts something that sounds like Ree.
I
I
made
like
it to the
this.
roof.
It's one of my
must
one
be
of my
exhausted,
favorite Dio
Snake.
noises.
It was no big deal.
Snake,
It's
I'm
much
monitoring
less
you
of
closely.
a
Your heart rate is elevated and your breathing is shallow.
trying to mimic Dio's actual.
What's the matter,
but,
Snake? You out of shape
more
from all
of a
that
cut.
dog mushing? Then climb
It's
down and
it's the
proceed
ones in
north.
Phantom Blood which are the best.
Uh,
Because that's when he does the full-on like scream of it, where he goes like, "Ooh," and then he goes in for the kill.
don't worry, the stairs are done now.
It's only 59 floors.
Since I've seen.
Phantom Blood
Um,
is one of my favorite.
I bizarrely fell in love with Diamond is Unbreakable.
That is my second favorite.
I thought
Then
it was
Battle-
just like the
Oh,
perfect
Tenacity,
mixture.
Tendency. I can't remember it ever. I can never remember that name.
I think it's
Is it Tendency or Tenacity?
Oh, fuck
Then Golden Wind, then Stardust Crusaders, and I haven't got to Stone Ocean.
Stone Ocean.
Oh no, I read.
Unless you're counting the manga.
Yeah, I read the manga.
I like how Jesse
you're
cut
blind.
you off a little bit, so it just sounds like Dan, you just said, "Oh yeah, no, I read," just like bragging that you can read.
Yeah, I agree.
I can read, guys. Trust me.
Hey,
I
you
can
got
read.
one up over. Mantis.
Commentary.
Yeah, I was thinking about that.
I'm afraid I can't let you get past.
My Sky Plus subscription.
Liquid.
You're not going.
See, I can read.
far.
That just said Snake. Queen.
Father,
Hungry for worms.
hungry for
Shut up.
Shut up. I hate.
Whenever I
this.
think of this helicopter, that's all I
I
ever
hate
hear.
this line, by the way.
If only I had a rope.
Only I had a rope. I should,
should
be able to use that rope.
I got.
What are you
They use the
going
exact
to
same
do?
line as Twin
Take on a
Snakes, so I
hind
think-
with your bare hands. Now you're
I'm
mine.
excited to see why you take
stay
that,
here,
that
I'm finished.
particular line in the review.
Tell it.
You have a rope, all your rope. You have a rope, all the instances.
Oh dear.
Yeah, boy.
Sorry, Darkkeeper's kind of strong. I don't know where it's coming
It's the only answer. See, what you do, Chester, is you say, relax, I'm only like 30% serious.
Here's how to repel. Press the X button
What?
to jump away from the
from.
wall.
30%.
And
While
this
you're
is
away
kind
from
of cool because it's literally just a tutorial on how to repel down.
Snake is
Hello,
hit
I am
against
Colonel.
the wall and let gravity go. Okay. You let gravity work too well.
I would love it if Snake fell.
I always think he's gonna, depending on the way he's held like this. Oh my god.
Damn, Metal Gear out here stealing this action scene from Spider-Man the video game.
Go on. Or one I played, or
But
No.
that came out after.
Shut up.
Shut up.
But it came out after.
Shut up.
Yeah, but I saw Spider-Man first.
So yeah, this is the door that we couldn't get through because it was melted shut. Let's use some C4 on it.
Man, it really looks melted.
Wait. Kieran, did you just say melted shut?
Shut up.
Would it not be welded?
It's frozen shut.
Shut up. I know what I meant.
No, I will not be silenced.
You have vocal cord parasites.
Don't worry, your strain's not English, so you can still speak.
Damn it.
be that, you fucking nerd.
Definitely not the stupidest thing in Metal Gear. It's a virus
Suicide
that
mission.
kills you if you speak a certain language.
It's pretty dumb.
If only I had a Nicotar. You better use that Nicotar.
Hey guys!
If only it had a nicotine patch.
Snake could do with one.
Sir, what is that? What is that in front? Should I lick it?
Shut up, our job is to stand here and wait for Snake.
Like, what? Hold on.
Sir, he's right there. Why don't we just run at him? There's three of us.
No. We use our method. Stand here.
Stand here. Wait.
Sir, I'm pretty sure he has a rocket launcher. He's trying to
Speaking of this, let's fucking go. Can you
I've had a real craving to play RE4 recently.
do it? Resident Evil 4 is fucking awesome.
Yeah, I never played it. I've only ever watched playthroughs of it.
Could that
I
could that have been
from-
with the announcement of the VR version, Dan?
Yeah, I heard about that. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Oh no.
Although I get quite motion sick over VR.
That's what I mean. Is that where your craving to play the game has come from with the announcement?
Like I can play Beat Saber because it's standing still, but when I played RE7 with VR, I was like, ugh.
Yeah, you need to
I
be
think what-
like calibrated perfectly for that.
When I think the more real a VR game is, the more
Like you're inclined to do things like like
pressure it
move,
puts you on.
move around. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn,
Damn.
I
Yeah.
can't jump down
Recently
that little
played
gap which I've already done at this point.
If only you had rope.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, he did tie it to the roof.
You were saying, Chester.
Oh, as somebody who's played 4, yeah, I played. Well, only
Yeah,
recently, because here I
from-
am
from
thinking,
every-
oh, this is just gonna be a all right time. You know, I wasn't expecting to enjoy it as much as I did.
It's a fucking.
all I remember is I managed to catch like the last of one of your streams, and well, of course I made the Adam Sadler joke, but you know,
Yeah.
and the when you got him on the it's not the speedboat, the jet ski, and he just like goes off without the jet ski.
Oh, you did the dip and glitch. Nice.
me, Snake.
It's so funny.
I love that
get
that's a
here?
thing. That you
Wasn't
can
as
do
dramatic
that.
as
It's
your
so,
end,
and he just goes
believe me.
wee.
I'm afraid of heights.
I actually needed help
You were
from
watching?
one of my friends.
Yeah, I
'cause
was
I had
watching.
no idea that you had to
I
prep
was
it
riding in the
differently.
back of their truck.
Yeah, you do. You have
Thanks
to
to the
aim it
stealth
in the middle and
camouflage.
then like
How
pause
did
in
you
the
get
middle
up
and change
here?
it, and then,
The elevator, of course.
So all cons
From
here.
everything I've
First floor
seen,
of the circular staircase
Resident
was
Evil
destroyed.
4 is like
That's
the
why I took the
goofiest
elevator.
game in the
Elevator
world.
was working.
Yeah, and it has an
Yeah,
escape
that's
sequence, which is almost
Like
exactly
it
the same
plays
as...
off so serious, but at the same time, every
You're
line of
incredible.
dialogue is so stupid.
Like a
Where's
movie hero
everybody
or
going?
something.
Bingo?
No.
I love that line. That's one of my favorite Leon
In
lines
the
of all.
movies, the hero always saves
I like the little tiny
The
guy
hero?
who's dressed like Napoleon.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Forget I
Salazar.
said anything. Snake,
Right hand
there's
comes
something
off.
I've really got to
Yeah,
ask
your
you.
right hand comes off.
It's why I
that's the
followed you
best
up this
fucking
far.
line. But yeah, here we
It's
go.
goofy,
It's
but
the-
in the right kind of way.
Have you ever
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
loved
This is the-
someone?
It
it reminds me.
That's
It
what you
reminds
came to
me a
ask.
lot of
No, I
Metal
mean,
Gear
I
Rising,
was
of
wondering
how
if
it's
even
just the
soldiers
perfect
fall
amount
in
of
love.
What
cringy
are you
cool.
trying to say?
Cringe.
I want to ask you,
Yeah, but this is the cutscene
Well, like-
do you
with,
think
the
love can
Slut
bloom
Love Bloom
even on a
battlefield.
battlefield?
There it is. There's the line.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I do.
Resident
No,
I think at
Archon,
any
you can't
time,
fuck the
at
sniper
any
woman.
place, people can
She
fall in
know-
love with
Stockholm
each other.
syndrome. Stockholm syndrome.
But if
Can
you
I get
love
into
someone,
a weird,
you have to be able to
semi
protect
off
them.
topic, but still
Yeah,
on the
I
topic
think
of
so,
Metal Gear
too.
tangent regarding that
I have a
line,
favor
can
to
love
ask.
bloom on a battlefield?
Go
Don't
for
worry,
it.
It'll be easy.
So,
I told you before I
fun
don't want to hurt
fact,
anyone.
want you
clause
to
in
either.
the online user
Okay.
agreement for
The elevator
Survive
stopped
that
down there.
stated you cannot
want you to
form
get it
a
to
romantic
move.
relationship with anyone you meet over line.
That's weird.
It was
Over
working
Survive.
before,
So
but now it
technically,
isn't.
love
That's
can
funny.
bloom
Maybe the
on a
panel's broken.
battlefield.
Can you fix
That's
it?
really
Love
funny.
can't
Working before.
bloom on a
If it's
battlefield,
the
according
mechanism,
to
leave it
Konami.
to me.
Well, I mean, this game kind of
I've
proved
got
it
to
too.
go and swat a noisy fly.
Okay. I'll stay here and
Zodicon
hold
needs
the
to stop
fort.
hunting for
Good
puss.
luck.
You really look like hell. Are you okay?
Why
Don't worry.
does everyone I fuck die?
If I do this, it doesn't matter.
I'm trying.
Just
I'm
pretend
actually
like I'm
trying to
not
think,
here.
and
I'm
yeah,
not
pretty
scared.
much.
Strange logic.
This is
Wait,
why
isn't it
I-
only
Not
isn't it
you.
only Sniper Wolf that he goes for?
No, it
No,
goes for
it's
Neo.
Sniper Wolf and
Naomi.
Naomi.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that whole thing.
But do we count
Doesn't-
the mother-in-law?
Doesn't Naomi want?
She's
Well,
not
I
dead,
mean,
though.
she doesn't die.
I don't know.
As far as we
Does
know.
she?
I don't know. I forget.
Yeah,
Are we
like,
talking
Does
about
Huey,
the
like-
mother-in-law or Naomi? Because
The mother-in-law.
yeah,
The
Naomi
mother-in-law.
dies.
Yeah, Naomi dies, but
Yeah,
he's,
Naomi wanted a fuck vamp.
No, what she was doing, she used everybody because she has a hidden agenda.
The fuck vamp.
No, it's not that. Oh, yeah. Make sure you have some chaff grenade, because this can be really fucking annoying. Because there's like multiple sets of cameras.
Did you just call them chafe grenades?
No, I said chaff. Well, I said chaff.
Okay.
I said chaff grenade, in not plural. But to be fair, I do only have the one chaff grenade left. Let me turn my camera back on.
I thought you said chafe, and I was like, that's the.
They last for such a long time that, to be honest, you could probably get past most of them with just one.
Don't worry, Soulfire, the camera's back and better than ever.
Yeah. I'm trying to blow them up, but I don't have a good enough angle. Because
I want to know why they called a missile launcher a Nikita.
Because code names.
Or a Stinger.
Stinger missile.
Code names.
At least RPG makes sense. It's a rocket-propelled grenade.
Because it's the
Wait.
Sting's weapon.
Ow.
Oh my god.
Did you not know that?
No, the Stinger missile, Killer Bee. The Stinger missile, Killer Bee. What?
Yeah,
I only recently fucking made that connection.
good for you.
Now, as a Naruto fan, I just assume you're talking about Killer Bee the rapper.
No, he's talking
Context.
about
The missile launcher of 1 is called the Stinger. In 5, it's called Killer Bee.
yeah, the killer bee.
Ah.
Alright, we're ready to go.
Yeah, a lot of things in my head.
Let's make a quick save, just because I'm live streaming, and you know what happens.
The curse.
Yes.
You caught Snake?
No such thing.
Plus, I like to hear what Mei Ling has to say, because Mei Ling's awesome.
And it's 3 against 4. It exists.
Nope.
The
You know,
tiny snake
admittedly,
is
it
the
felt
strong
weird to
swimmer
play
who
4
most
and not
often
hear her
drowns.
accent.
It is because the
against one.
strong swimmer overestimates his abilities and underestimates the strength of the river. You are probably
Wait, yeah,
quite
isn't she
used to the
Asian?
mission now.
Does she have like an
Don't
American
Chinese.
voice in 4?
It's,
Yeah,
the,
but
it's the same
only
voice
different,
actor, but she loses the accent. I'm guessing because she.
Well, you see, Chester, Asia's in China.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
What?
He's referencing
Yeah,
the Tenchu.
think about it.
He's referencing the Tenchu playthrough where Tom makes a flub.
So I think Dan's signal died before he could tell the story.
I love this fucking fight. This is awesome.
Are you ready now,
Brother.
my brother?
Why are you calling me
It's
brother?
pretty obvious at this
Who the
point.
hell are you?
Snake.
I'm you.
Your shadow.
I'm your shadow.
So Snake, you came out of your home
I
like
found
Not the father that
Faker.
you killed.
You're the
I'll
fake
send you
snake
to hell
around here.
to meet him.
The snake. Yes. Haha. I'm so witty and British.
You're nothing more than a Tsuchinoko.
What
A
the
myth.
What the fuck is a Tsuchinoko? I didn't pick up the body armor, right? I swear I did.
I think that's a later thing.
Yeah, it might be later, but
Thanks for that, Tom.
I'm sorry.
Hey, you're back.
He's back.
Yeah,
That was the temporal void.
the roll was pretty good. I will say it was a bit sticky, but I did manage to get through it.
Oh lord, not the vor.
So do you guys like wanking?
No. Stop.
Hell yeah.
Pretty great.
It's a 10 out of 10 for me.
I'll give it a, I'll
It's
give
just
it
a
a 6.
shame I can't do it anymore. Rip it off.
What the fuck? Excuse moi?
What the fuck is going on?
Jesse, you just have a flat plane? Is that what you're saying? And a scrote?
No, they were like, it's fun, right? And I said, yeah, it's fun. Shame I just can't do it anymore. I ripped it off.
Oh dear.
I'm just... obviously
It's fine.
joking, but like,
Oh, yeah,
It's
time to
fine,
get
Chester.
right
Fun,
back
fun.
in. Okay, so no.
Your G fuck in your butthole, so you can still have some fun.
Okay, if you're referencing the twin snakes thing where he jumps. Oh, thanks. Good. Nice shot. If you're referencing where he snake jumps off of the fucking rocket, that doesn't happen in this game. That's the twin snakes.
Unfortunately, this isn't the cool Metal Gear.
Shut the fuck up. No, I really don't like twin snakes that much.
It's so
You know-
cool and over-the-top Japanese, I love it.
hot take, I really don't like how over the top the Twin Snakes is. It just does not fun.
I don't think
It's
it's
so
a hot
good.
take. I think that's the general consensus for Twin Snakes.
I know Mr. Kojima wanted to make a very serious game, but it's just really funny making an over-the-top Japanese game. That's just like him jumping on missiles.
I mean, I don't hate it.
That was his whole idea.
Oh boy, I'm probably going to die because I suck right now.
Right now.
Speaking of which,
I'm too
Oh,
quick.
what's that?
what is that book?
What the?
What's that?
Hideo Kojima made a book.
Did he?
Yeah. Actually,
Will you
that-
be able to read it? Is it not in Japanese?
Oh yes, it's if I remember correctly, it's already in Japanese, but they went through the whole process of translating it. I think the Russian version is out somewhere, but it is a cool version later this year.
What is it just about him, or is it, you know, tying with like Death Stranding or something?
It's more about him.
Okay, so
The
it's just about him.
creative gene is what it's going to be called. How books, movies, and music inspired the creator of Death Stranding and Metal Gear Solid.
No, I don't think he was inspired at all by any of those things.
He just references something else.
And currently, the hardcover is going at $23 and will be released.
The boat, he just keeps whacking our hands off the boat.
I think so. It's also the one where the guy just rips that head, the jaw
I
off.
fucking love it. I love terrible films. They make me laugh.
Did you enjoy the Super Mario Brothers movie?
Yeah, it's really funny.
I mean, I don't really laugh at it as in the sense of I enjoy it like legitimately.
It's like watching Neil Breen. It's just really fun to watch and see what they come up with. If you're one of those like stuffy film people that are like, well, that isn't like Mario at all, then like go fuck yourself. Just have fun and watch it.
Well,
Just
I'd
be like,
argue in
"Nah,
some cases there is like suspension of disbelief. In some cases, okay, that's obviously poorly edited, that's poorly acted, that's poorly directed.
See you in hell.
Just look at the room.
Liquid.
Yeah, he's fine.
Look at the Star Wars prequels.
He's absolutely fine.
Excuse me.
Takes care of the cremation. Love that line.
The Phantom Menace is actually
You
an alright
you will
film.
not tell me. You will not tell me that they are voiced well. I'm not denying that. I love the prequels more than I love the original 3. Because, you know, they're what I grew up with. I remember watching episode 3 in the cinema.
No, that's the weird
As
thing.
did I.
It
And
just moved by
I
itself.
have a
It's
weird
headed your way
memory
now.
of
Is that
specifically
good?
at the
Okay.
last 10 minutes
That
of the
explosion
film
before,
realizing,
what was it?
oh shit, I've had a
I
Butterfingers this
had
whole
to
time.
take
I
out
haven't
that
eaten.
helicopter.
A
Helicopter?
Butterfinger.
That's
Yeah.
incredible,
I'll-
Snake.
Listen,
I'll watch Attack
I
of the
just want to
Clones
make sure
50
again.
times over
This
before
is the
Rise
way
of
to get to where
Skywalker
Metal
again,
Gear
so
is
yeah.
being stored.
Yeah.
Attack of the Clones is really
the
funny.
entrance to the underground maintenance
It's-
base is towards the
it's
back of
like
the snowfield
sand.
ahead.
Okay,
It's-
find a safe place to hide out.
That's
for
not
a
even the
while.
funniest
I'm going
scene.
underground.
I know.
Remember
I
when
know, you don't have
Anakin
to
rides
tell
the
me.
CGI
Stay
fat
out of my
pig
way.
thing?
Yeah,
Don't
that
And
try
falls
to be a
off it.
hero
That's
or
literally
anything.
whenever anybody ever
Call me if you
says
need to.
Attack of the Clones, there's only 2 scenes that come to mind. It is the CGI hippo thing that he falls off and pretending to be hurt, and then
Oh, he pretends he
Yeah.
dies and breaks his neck. That was really funny.
yeah, and then the second thing is when R2
You
push.
can't send a piece of shit.
It's when R2 pushes C-3PO into like the droid factory.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I have weird off and on memories of a lot of scenes in that film.
That
I
whole
love the bit when they're in
movie's-
the arena. That's one of my
Yeah,
favorite bits.
That's what I mean. The whole movie's worth it just for the Geonosis fight.
Yeah, and
Hell
like,
yeah, it's
uh,
super fun.
It's like C-3PO's head on the droid is
Oh,
hilarious.
oh yeah, the droid. Yeah.
Die,
Die,
Jedi!
rebel scum.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh, why did I say that?
Oh dear. I love that. It's so fucking funny.
Soul Fight Episode
Hey.
3 is a genuinely good Star Wars film.
Yeah. Episode
Oh,
3
hell
is
yeah.
One of my favorite Star Wars films. I love
Yeah,
it.
easily.
The Phantom Menace and Attack the Clones kind of stumbled with the ideas that they wanted to present, but George
But-
and Lucasfilm really worked themselves hard to try to get Episode 3 as best as they could.
When Star
I'll
Wars
always say that midichlorians is not a bad idea.
It's not the worst idea to.
not the worst thing.
Yeah. Well,
It's
It
People go
became a
nuts.
bad idea when they got rid of the extended universe, though.
Oh, so much better.
What a terrible fucking move.
Hey guys, we don't know how to make Star Wars anymore because we got rid of Star Wars. That's basically what they said at one point.
And like they already had like the complete setup with like Luke trying to reestablish the Jedi Temple and shit. Like, and you just thought, let's just do away with that.
George gave them the layout. He gave them the ideas that they should go with, and they ignored it. They were just like, "Yeah, we'll do it, George," and they did it. They fucked him over.
They threw it all away.
I want a 3-movie Star Wars about Knights of the Old Republic.
Sure.
Let's
Make that the next
That's
trilogy.
something good.
Yeah, I want to see
I
if
want
I
And
can.
we'll never get anything good anymore.
Darth Revan is one of my favorites.
Yeah, I'm just gonna look around to see if I can find a ration because I used them all.
Okay. I have not played either KOTORs in full, but I know the twist of one, and holy shit,
It's
I
so
fucking love
good.
the twist. I love
When I
that
first
twist.
played it, I never saw it coming.
David Hayter is actually in the original Old Republic Star Wars game.
Interesting.
They could literally, like, again, they've got KOTOR 1, KOTOR 2, and then they could do Knights of the Old, not Knights of the Old Republic, the online one. Because it's all based in the same era.
Oh, yeah, they just do that online.
Speaking of David Hayter, you want to hear a bit of a bit of something that's actually kind of funny about Yakuza 7's acting both on Japanese and English?
Go on.
David Hayter plays a character in the English cast, but the Japanese voice of Snake also plays a character in the Japanese version of Yakuza 7.
Ooh.
Pretty.
Coming
neat.
together to make an ultimate voice acting duo.
I'm sorry
actually
if we
plays-
don't ever find any rations for this. It's just I want to play it as safe as I can because if not, I'm gonna have to just.
Do rations respawn? Or do they not? I can't remember.
I don't think so. The thing is though, I'm not sure if it's purely because of how the difficulties. I'm pretty sure it is, but whenever you take a ration, like it doesn't refill all of your health. You have to take like 2 in order to fill it up completely.
Also, speaking about David Hayter, the poor guy can't talk about anything Metal Gear Solid without people thinking he's confirming a remake. I'm like,
Yeah, I keep seeing that shit.
Yeah,
he's just bringing it up because, I don't know, maybe it's because he was in it, you know?
Like I saw, I listened to that full interview thing where I forget who the guy is. He was Australian, but he's a streamer, and he had David on for like nearly 2 hours just to talk about all sorts. And he was like, "What do you think about a remake? Like, would you do it and stuff?" And David said like he heard a rumor from a better source than most, and he said, "I hear they're doing it." Like I didn't give it much thought until like that particular rumor came out, but you know, rumors are rumors, and that was it. That's all he said, and you know, people took it as, "Oh, he's confirmed it. Oh my god!" But no, people are just reading way.
But that's
too
the
into it.
thing. Would you play it? Because it's Konami, not Kojima.
I would play it just to see if they butchered it or made it better or what.
Yeah.
I mean,
I wouldn't
I would
want
have
to.
no guilt in buying the remake because I already spent my money on something terrible.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't give a shit. I'd just buy it.
Because in
Still
the end,
want remakes of Metal Gear 1 and 2 more than
because
Metal
in the
Gear
end,
Solid.
what is gonna happen? In the end, are they gonna lose money because I decided no?
People
I
are
think
still
they're
gonna
still
buy it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
my point.
yeah, oh,
Well, I
it
mean,
absolutely. You know, it
Don't
would
blame a
absolutely-
game for the company.
It would be really cool to see Shadow Moses recreated in the Fox engine, but you know, if it doesn't have the Metal Gear feel,
You caught Snake?
then what's the point?
Well, I mean, it shouldn't be hard to replicate.
Don't forget to save your
I mean, I
memories of
just
me
hope
too.
like they can replicate
save
how it
memories even.
felt on the PS1 because when you play it in Metal Gear Solid 4, Shadow Moses just feels pretty fucking small.
Yeah.
when you do the PS1 segment, or when you actually just, you know, get back there as Old Snake?
When you get back there as Old Snake.
Do you want to know something about that whole sequence? They actually recorded spare lines. Yeah, like
Exactly, so.
they recorded spare lines for like the B1 floor of the nuclear warhead storage building. You know where you fight Mantis. They actually recorded a bunch of lines for that. Like there's a whole
There's
dialogue
something I
between
forgot to tell you
Otcon and
before.
Snake about
What?
There were 5 stealth camouflage prototypes in my
women's
lab.
bathroom, and
Yeah,
Otcon's like,
so?
why are you? Like,
If you take out the one I'm
reminiscing
wearing,
about
that
the
leaves
women's
4.
bathrooms?
Hey,
What kind
this
of guy
is a first
does
grade
that?
math
And
class.
Then Snake's
I thought
like,
I'd get
it's
one
not
for
like
you.
that.
So I
This
went
is where
back to the
first met
lab
Meryl
and
for the first time, and then he really
Yeah?
goes into it.
the 4
And
suits
then
were
Otcon's
missing.
like, oh wow.
Also, about the elevator that I checked
Hey,
out.
Captain
it's
pisses your
really
pants after
strange.
building a
It was
nuclear
like
weapon. You
someone
really
was
think you're in a position to
intentionally
talk?
holding it.
Well,
When
don't
you
worry,
were
they already
riding on it, did the weight limit warning
deal
go
with that
off?
when
That's another
Metal
thing
Gear
that
Solid 2.
bothered
If
me
you get
about
to a locker and you call
The
it,
warning went off, and
says,
I know I couldn't be over the
suit
limit.
of all time.
How much do you
It's like,
weigh?
I guess we're even now,
About
right? And then Snake
135,
goes, I don't know,
but
it's
that
like,
elevator had a
my
weight limit of
pants. And then
650
Otcon goes,
pounds.
that's a low
It would take
blow.
at least 5 people to go
But
over
yeah,
that limit.
What?
Otcon is telling us that all the
The guys who
stealth
stole my
suits that he
stealth
had,
prototypes are in there
4
with
guys
you.
stole it and they're in the elevator. So,
Watch out!
Now die!
Extreme
Oh, that's
close up.
Otcon's face. I was like, what the fuck? That was a very weird picture of Otcon's face.
Every time you do something like that in here.
Artwork is always like the close.
Now, could you not just use thermal goggles?
good. But
I
look like a-
mean,
you can always see them.
would the technology, would thermal be able to detect them, or would the technology of the stealth camos somehow bend the heat?
Well, it depends, because most science fiction, when it comes to being invisible, it has to do with reflecting light, not heat.
I knew that was going to come.
More of a future tangent, but one of my favorite things about 4 is okay, weird question. Does anyone know the little bit of a Easter egg regarding the Japanese version of Metal Gear Solid 4's voice actors?
I
well,
only played English.
The voice of Snake, his voice in Japanese. His dad also voiced Big Boss is in Japanese.
Huh?
Yep. And even
Yeah.
better, the two were estranged, if that's the proper word there. Basically, not exactly
Not on good
pretty-
terms.
Yeah. So the two had to act out that scene.
Too
Like-
late, Snake. Now die!
It was a little more. It wasn't really a lot of acting there, because it really was a son and a dad trying to reconnect.
Oh, Daddy Boss. Also, yes, Soulfire, the music in this game is slapping. The main
Oh, yeah,
theme and the main theme of 2, which is basically the same thing, is like my favorite video game theme.
Yeah.
It just, gets you so hyped up. It's like, "Ba-na-na, ba-na-na." And then I just jizz.
I always associate the theme about
Okay, I have a
all
Russian
the
now.
soldiers standing waiting to die.
I sold soldiers though. I don't. They knew what they were getting into. They were fighting Snake.
No matter how many times I play 5, no matter how many times I play 5, that moment will always bring me to tears.
Which moment?
Oh, when the Diamond
Shining
Dog bit,
lights,
where
even to
the
death.
Oh yeah. I think the.
bit that always gets me is when there's a second bomb.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And it's like, great.
But no, like.
Glad I got all those memories.
Yeah, it's not just that. It's more like the when you figure it out. I won't say anything else.
And like they have like bonding, and it's like, oh, it's so cute. You get to visit her in hospital, and she'll her medical ward, regain her memories, and then the minute she regains all her memories, she's like, shit, there's a second bomb, and it's like, okay.
And then the biggest twist: she never existed.
Yeah, because like
Yeah.
if you listen to the what is it? If you listen to the whole thing that when you're in the room and you're listening out, you can hear all like the seagulls and like the outside.
That I
Man.
never noticed.
Yeah.
You see Soulfire, he's wearing explosion-proof vests.
It's the pants.
Yeah.
If only I was wearing doom-proof pants.
I'm gonna have to take this because I have to take necessary damage, don't I?
Oh well, you know us nudists.
Ow.
Bonus points for anyone who gets that reference.
Snake,
Well, that's
are you
lost on me.
okay?
Otacon, were there any other stealth
Like you get the bonus
prototypes?
points down.
No, there were only 5.
Yeah, it's Bender's big
So,
score when the
this is the
nudist gets
stealth
blown up by the
camouflage
death
then.
bomb.
What are you talking
And he
about?
goes, it was a good
Someone's
thing I was
aiming at
wearing
me
my
in the
doom-proof
middle of this
vest.
blizzard.
Oh, yeah.
Now, if only I had the doom-proof
It's
pants,
her.
but you know us nudists.
Wolf? Sniper Wolf?
Yes, it's her. It's
I love how his
definitely
name is
her.
Nudar.
Otacon, you sound like you're happy.
By the way,
No, I'm not.
the Futurama
then what is
movie,
it?
The Beast with a Billion Backs.
Snake,
I
please don't
like
kill
that
her.
movie. It's not very
Are
good.
you insane?
please.
Yeah, I
She's a
like
good
it. I
person.
was
I
like
was
something.
know
kind
that
of
if you
forbidden
talk
to
to her.
watch that
Listen
for
to
some
me,
reason.
kid. She's a merciless killer.
Well, it's because everyone wants to
I
fuck a
can
giant
see you
tentacle.
perfectly from here.
Yes.
Wait, what do you mean you were
I told you.
banned?
Never
What?
quit the hunt. Now you're mine.
I have no other way of putting it,
No,
but you
you
know the
can't.
whole
Don't get between a
parental-
wolf and its prey.
We shall
pretty
not
good
let
if you can
watch
hit me
this
in this
corrupt
storm.
your
You see,
mind.
women naturally make better
That's-
I mean-
soldiers.
Wolf, don't do
It's
this.
real funny because my dad had that with Simpsons and South Park, but not with
Can't
Family
you
Guy.
sense me near you?
It's a mistake for a sniper to reveal her location.
So I was 7 and I couldn't
Is
watch
that
Simpsons when my
right?
dad was home, but I could watch
Well,
Family
I'm
Guy.
going to send you a
I was
love
like,
letter,
what?
my dear. Do you know what that is?
It's a bullet.
It's
And
a
then he
bullet
went,
From my gun
straight
to
from my
your
gun
heart.
to your
I love
heart.
that line.
Please, Wolf. Snake,
Shot
no.
through the
Quiet.
heart.
Don't
and
get in our
you're
way.
to blame.
Now I'm gonna pay you back for Meryl.
You men
There's
are
so many
so
lines in this
weak.
game that you could pick it
You
out.
could
and it's
never
fucking
finish what you
really
start.
iconic sounding. Like never, don't get in between a wolf and its prey. What a fucking line. Okay, I have another ration. Now to be a bitch. I don't care how cowardly I am about doing it. Oh.
Oh yeah, because we were all judging you.
You know, I get why people do it now. Because I remember first time it being a bit rough, trying to do one-on-one.
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I hardly know what's going on.
We're fighting Sniper Wolf, and I'm using a Nikita missile instead of the sniper rifles.
It's
Should've
a
done this to be
missile
quiet.
straight from my launcher to your legs.
I'm gonna play a 5 playthrough where I kill Quiet. I wanna see what happens.
Nothing much, she's just dead.
Yeah, she's
And
just,
there's nothing else.
she's
Yeah,
just dead.
exactly.
You don't get
It'd be fun.
the
And you-
side mission where she runs away.
Yeah, it could be fun, I wanna see what happens.
Well, you also don't get any of the tapes where it's just the same fucking thing of like Miller doesn't trust her, Ocelot doesn't really mind, and that's it.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun to see how it happens. Who
It
needs
sets
Quiet
up a
when you have
heavenly
Dee Dee?
divide. Dee Dee is fucking overpowered.
Yeah.
He's the best. The minute you get the armor with the stun knife is like, okay, well I just won the game.
Yeah, my favorite is the Fulton armor. I don't know why, there's just something so fun about that.
What's that one? I didn't upgrade everything max, I just beat the game.
Yeah.
Oh, there is no max. 'Cause it kind of
Kinda
stretches on forever.
No, he's asking
But,
what
uh,
exactly is the fault.
There's a specific armor you can get for DD, where basically DD is equipped with a Fulton pack,
Oh, so
and
he
you can have
put-
DD Fulton enemies.
That's amazing.
That's pretty funny.
I like
Yes. If I remember, I don't think DD's Fulton runs out.
that. What? That's broken.
Something I always found really funny is when you Fulton your own horse, and you just see it go flying, it just goes.
Well, he's always faulted the way, like when
When you leave.
when you leave, you can hear the. I love that. Also, it totally clipped right through it there. So yeah, this has always been how I've fought Sniper Wolf. I've done it legit a couple of times, but it's literally no different. Oh,
I mean, this is
Yeah, she
legit. You're beating her.
yeah, she's dead.
Although there is something cool about, you know, taking her out with a sniper rifle.
There's something stupid. Why would you take on a master sniper with a sniper rifle?
I don't know. It's like, hey, I took
mean,
out the
fair
best
fight.
boss.
Who cares about that? You want to win.
You know, it's only thanks to 5 where I learned this little bit of military history. I didn't know snipers had
Spotters.
teammates next to them, spotters,
Yeah.
to help spot
Yeah.
the.
I am a sniper.
They normally
it's
tell
my
about
job.
distance, wind direction, and all that shit.
So the sniper can take into effect like the Coriolis, the wind, where you need to aim, like the point, like which part that you need to aim at because of like the distance and the gravity,
I am long shot.
and also
Basically,
they
the
are
same
also
thing as having an artillery.
and they are also called spotters. So they literally look for enemies as well.
You know,
Just
it's amazing
finish
that we
me.
have that, but we also have the history of a man called Simo Haya.
I am a cur.
Anybody hear that?
Nope.
I have always dreamed of
See more
a
butts?
peaceful place like this.
I think
No, see-
is he like the real
So
quiet
that's what
where
they're called,
one eye
wolf.
can look through
Yes,
the scope and
the
another,
White Death.
I was
then
born
another eye
on a
can spot.
battlefield.
Which I like. I
Raised
love
on the
that.
battlefield.
It's because her eyes are just basically
Gunfire,
cross-eyed the whole time.
sirens, and
If you think about it.
screams. They were my
That is
lullabies.
100% a Metal Gear
Hunted
villain.
like dogs, day after day.
But here we go. We've got like the
Breathing from
really
our
emotional
ragged
scene with
shelters.
the music Enclosure,
That
which is
Close
my
is
life.
one of my favorite themes in any video game ever
same
made.
here.
each morning
I
I'd
have a
wake up.
question, Kieran. Is
and
it
find a
in
few
this
more
one
of
where
my
if
family
you
or
exit to the
friends
facility and return
beside
there's a
me?
puppy, or is that in 4?
I stare at
Um,
the morning
It's
sun
just 4, but I
think
could be
they're
wrong.
doing the
and
remake,
pray to make it
actually.
through the day.
Oh yeah, oh no, in Twin
The
Snakes.
governments of the world
I'm
turn
not
a
sure if it's
blind
this game
eye to
as
our
well, but there
misery.
is a puppy that is laying next to her.
But then
Oh,
she appeared,
Yes.
But yeah.
Oh yeah, doesn't it follow you around?
my
In
hero.
4 it does.
but you
Saladin.
can't pet it.
He
No,
took me
game gets a
away
0
from
out of
all
10.
that.
I
Saladin.
mean, big boss.
You mean Big Boss?
Ah.
I became a sniper. Hidden, watching everything through a rifle's scope. Now I could see war, not from inside, but from the outside, as an observer. I watched the brutality,
I love this scene.
the stupidity.
One of my favorites.
This was the
mankind
scene
with
that
the
really
scope
decided
of
it
my
for me. Like,
rifle.
because I was playing Metal Gear like really kind of passively my
I
first go,
joined this
and I was
group
watching the
of
cutscenes like, oh, I'm
revolutionaries
trying to understand what you could, because as a kid you watch
to
movies
take
and
my
you kind
revenge
of
on
coast
the
through it.
world.
Then I saw this and I understood the emotion behind everything, and I was like,
But
oh, I get it now.
I have shamed
And then this is
myself
when I
and my
decided like,
people.
oh, I think I'm gonna really like
I am
this
no longer
series.
the wolf
But even
I
then,
was
that was
born
back
to be.
way back before I realized that
In the name
the
of
series was a
vengeance,
thing. You know,
I
it was
sold my body and my soul.
multiple of one game. You know, a game series. I didn't really
Now I am
have the
nothing
idea
more
of
than a
sequels.
dog.
Wolves are
But
noble
then I started to
animals.
figure it out, and
They're not like dogs.
I'm not even joking when I say this. This game helped me, like,
you pick
Metal Gear
the
series
word for
helped me,
wolf
like,
is
educated.
Kiglanek.
And the elites revere
educated. Like
them as honorable
Metal Gear Solid 3, I
cousins.
learned so much about like
They
Russia,
call
the
mercenaries
Cold
like
War,
us
and
dogs
if it
of
wasn't for Metal
war.
Gear Solid 3, I wouldn't
It's
have been
true.
able to tell
We're all
you
for
that
sale
I
at
knew
some
who
price
the
or another.
first man in space is.
You're different.
Yuri Gagarin. Like,
Untamed.
obviously, it's a well-known fact,
Solitary.
but that's where I first
You're
learned
no
it.
dog.
And like,
You're a wolf.
you know, and with Metal Gear Solid
Who are
1,
you?
it helped me read better, and it helped me like
Are you
speak
Saladin?
better as well.
Wolf. You spared Meryl's life.
Things like that just make you more
She
emotionally connected
was
to
never
the
my
video
real
game.
target.
Yeah.
I don't kill for sport.
Rest easy.
Metal Gear helped me.
You'll die as the proud wolf you
When I was up at the
are.
college trying to get the GED, we had social studies, and we had
finally
one about war.
understand.
Out of like,
I
I
wasn't
think
waiting to kill
103 questions, I got 100 correct.
Nice, that's not bad.
Jesus.
I was waiting for
I
someone
remember
to
when I
kill
told
me.
like my history teacher, it was in secondary school.
A man like you,
We talked about like the Cold War, the
you're a hero.
the Vostok rocket and stuff,
Please,
and I was able to
set me
talk about the
free.
ICBMs that they used and stuff because of what Sokolov ends up working on in Metal Gear Solid 3, and I knew all this information, and he was like, "Wow, you really know your stuff." I was like, "Kind of, yeah." But yeah, here we go.
It's amazing what video games can teach.
What
I
is
can
it?
tell you about the Three Kingdoms dynasty of China because of Dynasty Warriors.
Hey, that's fine. You learnt about it. Like, even if it's like based, like, there's a lot of inaccuracies because it's a video game. There's a lot of stuff that is based on truth. You know.
Oh yeah, there's an info page which literally tells you the life of like every character and like how they lived and what they did.
Yeah, like.
Like,
there's-
did you know the inventor of the meat bun was Zhuge Liang?
No, I did not.
He was first made in China by him.
Yeah, like basing things on truth really works because I actually looked it up again today because I used to do it.
Goodbye.
Oh, here we go. Rest in peace. And bye to your booty buddy. Oh god. But there,
Oh hell.
yeah, there is like if you look at the like Google
Snake.
Maps and you look at
You said that
Alaska's
love
Fox
could bloom on the
Archipelago,
battlefield.
you will see the Fox Islands. There is an island which is
But I couldn't
what
save
Shadow
her.
Moses is. It is literally just a bunch of rock. There's no buildings
What are
there,
you
but
doing?
it exists. It's real.
That's what they want you to
Returning it
think.
to its honor.
Real
I
island,
don't
which,
need a
you know,
handkerchief.
Yeah.
it's just the little details like
Why?
that,
I don't
make
have
things
any
stick
more
out.
tears to shed.
You've seen Jeff Bezos
I'm
riding a
going to the
mech.
underground base.
The Metal
We're out
Gear's
of
getting
time.
close.
He's just
I know.
he's
You'll
inside.
have to protect yourself now. Don't trust anyone.
he
If I
legit
can't stop
looked
Metal
like
Gear,
a
this whole
villain.
place
He
will
is.
probably
He
It was
burn
so
to hell.
funny.
He's just Skullface without any of the
Yeah.
fucking scars.
We might not meet again.
No, it's the
Go for it.
Ironmonger.
I'll hang on to my codec. I want to keep helping.
He's the guy from Avatar.
You can leave anytime.
I like this about Otacon. He's like,
Get a head start.
I want
Head
to keep
start on
helping.
a
I'm
new
gonna
life.
stay here and I want to keep helping. I love that. Looks down at his little person he loved.
Snake's even
Snake!
telling him, like, dude, get out of here
What
while you
was she
can. And he's
fighting
like,
for?
he's still like, nah, I'm
Yeah.
might
What
as
am
well see
I
it to the end.
fighting for?
Yeah, because
What are
he-
you fighting for?
Once he learned, the moment he learned that Metal Gear was being used for this,
If we make it through
he-
this,
he was
I'll
like,
tell you.
Oh my god, what have I done? And he is really doing his best to like fix this, and that's why a lot. Okay.
Okay.
I love that.
I'll be
okay, 'cause
searching
it's so
too.
weird given the context. But he's really trying to atone for his sins, given what he's done.
Now that's something. Somebody related to him should have tried.
Yeah, we'll get to him when we'll get to him.
I love
Good
that
old
whole
Huey.
between,
You know, Mr. Krabs strangling Patrick. Just imagine my face on Mr. Krabs and Patrick is Huey.
Yeah. Before
I really fucking hate him.
Before we go anywhere, I want to look around because you guys might not know that this exists. I just need
Oh
to...
yeah, the extra buildings, yeah.
I will not know that anything in this game exists.
I did check these out on my second playthrough. I think it's this one on the right which has the
Oh, no. This.
Sentient, right?
This.
What's an X4
yeah,
reference?
no, I did know about this, yeah.
Oh, about the hind?
No, the...
Oh, wait, the
parachute.
parachute.
Colonel, listen to me. I found
Yeah,
Who's
I didn't know
parachuting?
about that my
to the
first
hind.
run.
A parachute? You don't think that Liquid
I
survived?
wouldn't have known about it
Impossible.
before I
As
looked
soon
up
as he
a
jumped out of the
wiki page
pilot
on
seat,
Liquid, and it
he'd
was
be
like, oh
sliced
hey,
up
yeah, there's this
faster than
bit
an
if you
onion on
look
an
very
egg.
close,
Ah,
So what's
shows
that
how Liquid
parachute
got out.
doing there then?
I have no
it's
idea.
liquids.
A trap?
Either that or a message to me.
Meaning I'm not dead, I suppose.
Maybe. I
Activate
think
the
it's more
brother
like
chute.
I'll string you up.
Brother, shoot.
Well, in any case, don't let your guard down.
I won't.
Okay. Why is Liquid Ringo?
Yeah.
No, that's the voice I always give him.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, more often than not.
Guys,
Like,
Brother.
Guys, I built a Metal Gear. Oh wow, that's great. I'm gonna put it right here, right on Shadow Moses.
right on Shadow Moses Island, I think.
That's great, Otacon. That's great.
Put it
You're
right
not even
here.
the best scientist in Shadow Moses. Oh.
So wait, by that sort of progression, Ringo is Otacon. So who the fuck is the rest?
I don't know. Liquid just has that accent to me. I don't know why. It's just the voice I've always given him. I equate that
My
voice to
headcanon
being
that
a
it's
posh
fake.
slut.
Yo, wah wah. Alright. This is the one with the mines in it. I always know that there is claymores led down in this. In one of the.
Oh, is it mines?
Yeah.
I thought it was a sentry gun, unless there is another.
I've already done the one with the sentry gun.
Oh, okay.
But yes, there is a door which is level 7. I forget what's in that. I doubt it's in it. Is that the one with the body armor? Because if
It might be.
If it is, I'm going after it.
Sup, Sniper Wolf. See you later.
I don't know. There's something so haunting about this snowfield when you come back and her body's gone. You know.
Yeah.
Well, the wolves
There's
are
no,
here.
there's no music or anything. You hear the howl of the wolves. It's just something creepy, but unique about it.
Oh, classic PS1 ambiance.
Also, at the end of that scene, Snake walks off into the trees in the distance. There's nothing there but a fence.
No,
He wanted to look cool.
Yeah, he does go in the right direction. He is literally on the other side of the door.
Snake, where are you going?
Shut up. Canada.
Shut up, Otacon. Keep going.
Canadian bacon.
You mean just ham? Okay, let's change discs. Except I don't have to because this is the other version. So I have to hit the PlayStation button, switch discs, disc 2. Yes.
Hey guys, what if we make it so it's weird and it's when he goes in the tower that we make it so you change discs? Okay,
Yeah.
let's do that for no reason.
For no reason.
For no reason.
Now I'm leaving Earth for
For
no reason.
Ha 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 ha.
Bit of Futurama that still gets me is what he just said. Woo! No, that was air escaping from the folds of his fat.
Yes.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. I've always done this, but you see this thing. You have to put your back to the wall and then duck when it comes over you. Fuck that.
I didn't know
Yeah,
you could
so-
just. You also showed that off in the LP.
Snake falls in the lava and he just puts his thumb out as he goes.
No, I think it just sinks. I think
Technically,
it's,
Tom,
the
it is
thumbs
not
up is
lava.
only probably in the Twin Snakes.
It is superheated metal.
Liquid hot crack. I should probably save, by the way. Because I'm
doesn't
in
So why
matter.
would-
really fucking good standing right now.
Taking a swim in that, it's gonna fucking hurt.
Yeah, why does Shadow Moses have a lava room?
No, this is the blast furnace. It's where all the
smelting
it's the superheated metal where it's going. It's to help construct.
Promise me that you'll come back alive.
Because it is the underground lab.
I misheard that as constructing Metal Gear's pieces of shit.
He is a piece of shit. Fucking robot.
It's like on its child payments.
Again.
Not child support, child payments.
Yes, I paid for this child. He is mine.
So what are you having for dinner? I've already had my dinner. It was torakara age, which is a special way to do fried chicken. And it's delicious.
I had a chicken burger and it hurt my stomach.
My dinner was a bag of bacon rashers.
Dude,
Nice. I had half a bag of
probably gonna have a can of uncooked beef stew.
That sounds horrible.
I hope it's pre-cooked.
Horrible, but it's actually nice.
Like, do you want to know what is it? I know like what the food actually is that they have in it, but it's in The Simpsons. It's where Abe and McAllister, I believe his name was, where they climbed the murder horn, and the McAllister guy eats the last of like the food, which is like flapjacks in a can, and then he pushes Abe off of the mountain. I fall about 50,000 feet onto a pile of jagged rocks. But of course, folks were tougher in those days. I was jitterbugging that very same night.
Jesus.
I love that fucking... That's probably my favorite episode of season 9.
I mean, canned bread is actually real.
Oh, I know it is.
Wow. We have chicken bread.
Wow,
sounds
they have it. Canned coochie.
Lizzie.
Lizzie. That's all I think of when I think of SpongeBob now, just the Lizzie. I don't even know what that fucking is.
Turn himself
It's a hot dog.
Funniest shit I ever seen.
You sound so much like...
Like just one word?
Squilliam.
It's big and valuable.
Me and Dan thought the exact same thing.
So, you guys enjoyed one fucking elevator with guards. Let's do it again.
You've reached the home of unrecognized talent. Please leave your message after the...
Please leave your message after that.
Squilliam Franti, son.
You know,
How's the unibrow?
The mid-2000s in a weird way of trying to, you know, have you watch things on the go. I had something called Video Now, which was this
I know
weird
what that is.
this thing.
What video now?
It was like iPods
A
where you
portable show. It was like a portable TV, but with DVDs.
but it had like this
But you know,
tiny
shit.
So a
screen.
portable DVD player?
Kind of.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
the screen
except really terrible.
I was
yeah.
gonna say I had one of those. I had a portable DVD player.
No, but this-
Imagine a screen like
like Game Boy,
I'm trying to think of the dimensions.
but like a tiny screen.
Like okay, I have no idea the proper sizing. I want to say maybe the size of my index finger and my middle finger. Just the size of those is just how big the fucking screen was. And it was in black and white and in the lowest quality.
Oh wait, were they the little black box-looking things with the antennas?
Didn't have any antennas on it.
They kind of look like a mini walkie-talkie, but with a TV screen.
It looked more like
I know what you're talking about.
a
like,
CD
yeah.
player.
Yeah, it was.
Because
more,
I had one of those as well.
Like the dimensions of a Game Boy, but it was for DVDs and it had a tiny screen.
I
It
had
was like
a
a CD player with a slightly bigger screen.
Like you hold it in two hands like you would if you were holding like an OG Game Boy, you know.
Yeah, I know the dimension and the size. I never really had one of those, but I did have just a regular ass DVD, like mini DVD player. When like I was growing up, like I know, yeah, when I was growing up, and when you're young, you're not really meant to be like on your own. You're meant to be supervised like with a parent and stuff. So I would go with mum to where she teaches dance, because she's a dance teacher. And I would often sit just outside and I would have a DVD player and I would rewatch shitloads of movies. Like the one I rewatched the most when I was going to like the dance hall where she was The Dark Knight, and it's the scene where Bruce Wayne gets in the way of the truck trying to kill what's his face in the armored truck, and like the Lamborghini that is Bruce Wayne's gets destroyed. And there was a guy who was just in like the area, like it was a little cafe area, and a guy was like, "No, not the Lamborghini." But I would always watch like loads of movies like while Mum was teaching. Oh, it's cool, Master, because there's a lot of crows.
There are a lot of
Memories like that is great.
Those aren't crows.
It's like I remember when I used to go to church and shit. I used to always have a bag of toys, and I just play with toy dinosaurs.
Speaking about church, actually,
Dinosaurs in a church.
yeah, like
Yeah,
when,
I was a cool kid.
When I went to church,
like
a
the
lot,
sad presaging raven that
raised a
tolls
Catholic.
the sick man's
That's
passport.
not,
Yeah, same here.
yeah, so much for that.
It was only because the school was good.
Yeah, I'm guessing that's the same for us. But for me,
that's pretty gloomy, Master. By the way, what?
We had the like
I've got
the newsletter
something to tell
thing,
you
which
about
talked
Naomi
about all
Hunter.
this stuff.
What about her?
And it was
Is
an
this
A4 piece of paper, and on the back it was
conversation
clear.
Don't worry,
I would often
the
draw
monitor's
on that,
off. Okay.
just to keep myself
What's up?
occupied.
I was in the FBI too,
because,
you know.
Church is boring as fuck.
I didn't know that. What's your point?
Agreed.
Dr. Hunter's story
But
about
yeah,
her background,
I like the hymn.
about her grandfather being an assistant secretary to Hoover
But yeah,
in
if
the
you call
FBI.
Master here to talk about the crows,
and then going undercover to
talk
investigate the
about crows
mafia
and then how
in New
they're
York.
actually ravens.
Yeah,
but
what
then
about it?
he'll lead
It
right
was all
into
a
the
big lie.
conversation about Naomi
What did
and
you
her
say?
background not adding
That
up.
was really bothering me.
But you'll get the
Why
call
would she
regardless. But
lie
this
about it?
beats it to the punch.
She lied. She might be a spy. Ridiculous.
I remember when I was like
Even a high school
7,
student could see
and I got
past
my
it.
first
The
pair
head
of
of the
rosary
FBI
beads,
at
and I'm
that
fairly
time,
certain I
Edgar
ate it.
Hoover, he was a well-known racist. Didn't Naomi say that her father was Japanese?
I just swallowed it.
Well, back then there wasn't a
Yeah.
single Asian investigator.
I don't know,
Also,
I used to
in
eat
the
pennies as a kid.
1950s, the undercover mafia sting operations hadn't even started
You are
yet.
okay. That's
They
just
first started in
Yeah,
This is a
1960s
really young
Okay.
in
You are
Chicago,
weird.
not
It really
New
tastes
York.
like chicken or something.
But-
So.
No.
You better check it out. The chief and the
Tastes like
president
spider.
mysteriously dying,
I don't
and that
know.
ninja. Too many strange things.
So yeah, I used to put
Are
like
you
anything in my
saying
mouth as a
Naomi
kid.
might
I
be
used to just
behind
eat
it?
things.
I don't know.
The joys of
Either
growing up.
that, or she's working with the
Yeah,
terrorists.
okay. You know,
If I find out
Actually,
anything,
no
Okay.
I'll call.
context. I'm
In the
You know what-
meantime,
you know what-
6,
Be careful.
and I just destroyed a whole fucking cubicle.
Lovely. By the way, you can punch
I'm
these
still-
crows.
I haven't spotted 3 yet. But yeah, you know those Sky TV remotes where they had the rubber on the back?
Yeah, I know exactly
yeah.
where this is going.
Yeah, I used to chew that off.
Oh, ugh. I didn't chew it off.
I used
Chew 'em off, yeah.
It would naturally come off, but I would pick it off because it was pissing me off.
Yeah.
I used to chew the rubber on my controllers on the analog sticks. I chewed
yeah.
everything as a kid.
What the fuck's wrong with you, man?
I don't know, I just like to chew things. I was a fat kid.
That explains it.
Yeah. Little fatty likes eating.
It was the rubber that did it.
Well, I mean, when you're eating rubber and pennies. I used to just swallow gum because I couldn't be bothered to go to a bin. I still do that now, but you know.
Dude, no.
I mean, there's no downside.
How's Naomi?
Yeah, it just goes right
Fine,
through
I
you.
guess. What's up?
I mean, I know you're not supposed to do it, but
What do you want,
attempting
Snake? If
to
you
do
want
it
to
is more
talk to
difficult
Naomi,
than
why don't you call her?
It doesn't
it's
do anything
nothing.
to you. It just passes
Forget
right
about it.
through.
Strange
Exactly,
guy.
yeah. It's just not, originally intended to be swallowed.
That's like saying don't eat corn because you can't digest it.
Good luck, Snake.
Oh yeah, if you call about like, yeah, this.
Colonel, where's Naomi?
I'm right here, Snake.
Now, Soulfire, I was a strange child. I have no idea why I ate what I did. I just like to chew things.
Snake, by now those terrorists.
Let's call Otacon.
Oh my god. I actually had
What
a
the hell are all
t-shirt
those ravens
that I used to
doing
chew
around
the
here?
arm of the sleeve on.
Ravens?
And
You got
I had that
me.
t-shirt for
There
fucking
were ravens
years.
around from before.
And
But
I
for
chewed
some
it so
reason, they started
much
to
that it
really
actually started to
increase in
tear.
number around
And
the same time that Foxhound came to the base.
basically I chewed it
It's
to the...
really
I never...
weird. I wonder what it could mean.
I can't remember if I swallowed any of the fabric, but I probably did. But I chewed it so much that one of the arms wasn't an arm, so I basically had a half a vest.
Fair enough. Okay, we're at another boss fight, people. That's a lot of what Disc 2 really is. It's
Mainly boss fights.
It's mainly boss fights. Because it's really at the point where you're dealing with the Foxhound unit.
Chester will burb.
Welcome, Cossack.
Welcome,
This is the end of the road for you. Right, my friend?
Oh,
Might be
Are
my
we
favourite
fighting
I
now?
punched the Raven, so he might make a comment about how dare you. Yeah, there you go.
How dare you kill my friends? Ravens aren't
What do you guys think?
scavengers like most
For me, this
people
is probably
They're
my favorite
simply
boss fight.
returning to the natural
Yes.
world, that which is no longer needed.
Other than the mech fight,
Sometimes
because
they
obviously
even attack
the Metal Gear
wounded
fight is like the
foxes.
Spectre.
You were the one in the M1 tank.
I like.
I will say, from what I've seen, from a gameplay standpoint, I'm not a big fan of any of these boss fights, but from a narrative standpoint, they're pretty good.
Yeah, they're pretty good. Although this is probably the best boss fight for the gameplay because it's literally like the equivalent of it's a guard, you're in an area, you have to hide, otherwise it's going to mow you down. Yeah, exactly what a stealth game is meant to be. Also, because it's not stuck down, I want to show you guys on stream this.
I can't move.
The Raven has put the mark on.
I love how Raven just has straight up magic.
From the east flows within your veins.
Yeah, they never really explain it. It's just, yeah.
He's just a magical Alaskan man.
How cool about it, see what that is, but yeah, here we go.
I don't have any crows in my family tree.
It's Raven.
But indeed, ravens and snakes are not the best of friends. Nevertheless,
Such a cool
you
figure.
will make a worthy adversary. You live in Alaska too. You know of the World Eskimo Indian Olympics?
Oh, damn,
I know.
You must be a real threat.
Must be a real threat in the muck duck eating contest.
Yes, you are right.
Yes, you
I
are
love
right.
that. I
But there
love
is
that.
another event that I excel at.
Because it shows that they're all humble in the end.
It is an event where
See,
two
now
opponents
I
pull
need to
each other's
Google
ears
what a
while
mod-
enduring the harsh
Yeah,
cold.
I'm always
It tests
meaning to, but I never
spiritual
do.
as well as physical
Probably
strength.
some kind of.
You want to pull each other's
I was gonna say
ears?
eating contest,
The
but
form is
probably.
different, but the spirit is the same.
What is
Rejoice,
Raven?
Snake. Ours will be a
Man
glorious
with
battle.
a raven on his head.
Glorious. It's just plain killing. Violence isn't a sport.
Well, we'll see if there is iron in your words.
Oh, he's an Inuit. If this is his favorite food.
It's cool, Campbell.
Vulcan Raven is
Inuit
half
and
Native
Chukchi
Alaskan
food
Yeah.
consisting of frozen whale skin and blubber. Lovely. Wonder what it tastes like.
Whale skin and blubber, probably.
1993, he was demoted by
Made
Why-
from the skin and blubber of a bowhead whale.
Fled the
I don't
country
know why, but I
for
always
mercenary.
took
After that, he
Muktuk
joined
as
those
like a
rental war
dessert or
bastards
a
out of
cake or
Heaven
something.
Inc. He stayed there until he joined
And you've
us.
bought. Oh, it's illegal.
Thanks to a strong
I mean,
recommendation
I
from
guess
local
I get the whole eating contest thing with it. Which is, in Muktuk, I just think, oh, what, like mukbang, you know?
Damn it, animals! Why you gotta be endangered? I want to eat you.
He's not just strong, Snake. He's a graduate emeritus
He's a
from Alaska
graduate
University, so he's a quick thinker too.
In any case, you'd better not try to attack him
Ooh, I'm just kind of going through like a rabbit hole now.
20mm Vulcan.
Try to attack him from the
One
side
of my
or
favorite things
behind.
to do is to get like the profile from like I don't know, it's Naomi or whoever. I love that. By the way, we have the body armor now. So
that was one of my favorite things about the playing it through the first time. Was just right before a boss fight or any significant scene, just calling up whoever to see if they'd have anything to add to what was going on. And it was always cool to see each, scenario.
Yeah, you can really get some cool stuff about it.
Yeah. It's like, even if it's smaller things, like when you first get called by Deep Throat, and I don't know, you call Meryl about it, and she says, "Nah, I've never heard of it." Like, it's nothing crazy, but it's just neat that, they had the actually just record these lines, just in the case of the player did call her.
Oh.
Come on now.
Didn't miss any deep philosophical discussions, did I?
Muktuk has a nutty, oily taste. You didn't miss that.
I just showed off the fact that I have. Well, you can watch the stream again, but I'll show it off once more because I'm gonna have to put him back. But I have.
But with this fight, you can't use the Nikata as. Well, you can't. Most of the time, he'll blow it out of the air.
Well, to
Excuse
be
me,
fair,
Tom, the Nikata.
Yeah, the Nikita, you mean? But to be fair, I actually use the Stinger missile most of the time, or the plate.
Yeah. You can use it, but it's got like it has like insanely good sensors and it shoots out. Yeah.
Modern Eskimo ice cream. What the fuck is that? That looks good. Eskiko.
Yeah, he tends to get really like. Oh, let's see. By the way, you can stay in this quite long enough, and you see that the POW key changes and. Snake never brings anything up. Like, hey guys. Like, do you guys want to talk about this? Because this is kind of important. Also, who's breathing into that?
Not me.
I can't breathe.
I can't breathe.
I can't breath.
Soulfire, explain the TikTok, because I've probably seen it.
Okay, for some reason.
TikTok, chances are Dan has.
Yeah. In harder difficulties, and he just decided to go the other fucking way. In harder difficulties like this, he just decides, oh, I know, I'll just run fucking really fucking fast.
Oh wait, you playing on the harder mode? I didn't even
No,
realize.
I'm on normal.
Oh, okay. I think wasn't it for the MGS2 playthrough you did that on hard mode?
Yeah, because on the we did for MGS1, I wanted to show off the tuxedo. In order to do that, I did a 2 quick run-throughs on easy, and I forgot that in order to show off the other, like, in order to show it off, you'd have to play it through on the same difficulty, and I didn't want to do that for the playthrough, so I was like, okay, to rectify that, I'll play it on MGS2 on hard mode, and I did.
That was it.
And that's Raven dealt with.
Just
Say goodbye, Raven.
said,
Actually, I might keep him on my desk
my
area.
existence,
Might be better.
which is no longer
Because
needed in
it's in
this
front of my.
world.
They're all in front of my games. If I don't. Oh no, Liquid fell over. What a shame.
But
I do like how
actually
Raven
have to
does that.
remain in this
Yeah, I've got all
place.
of them.
My spirit
Cool.
and my
Fuck it,
flesh
I'll
will
show you
become one with the ravens. In that way, I will
I
return
do like how
to
Raven
Mother
goes out in this
Earth
game, how he's
for
just,
me.
eaten to death.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty hardcore.
Snake!
So
I will be watching
here's
you.
Liquid.
Understand?
I should probably put the brighter light on. There we go. That's much better. Yeah, there's
Snake,
Liquid.
take this
Yes, dog
security
tags that actually
card.
moved around.
It will
He's on the
open
platform.
that door.
Why?
You are a snake which
Yeah,
was
by
not
the way, that line
created
there,
by
you are
nature.
a snake which was not created by nature.
You and
That
the
is a subtle
boss.
hint about the fact that he's a
You
clone.
are from another world. A world that I do not wish to know.
Took me ages to realize it, but
Go
he
and do
was
battle
like,
with him.
oh yeah,
I will
he
be
wasn't
watching
birthed
from
normally.
above.
He was cloned, so
First,
you're
I'll
a
give
snake
you a
which was
hint.
not created by nature.
The man
It makes
who you
sense.
saw die before your eyes.
He was still cloned, but Eva still gave birth to him and Liquid like the normal way, though, right?
Yes, she did. I will deal with my other figures later, but for now, because they have blue tack
That
on
was
them,
not the Dharma Chief. It was Decoy
Just reminded
Octopus,
me,
a
Karen.
member of
I
Foxhound.
probably gotta set that pre-order in for the same.
He was a master of disguise.
the same.
He copied his subjects down.
They're making
to
a figure
blood.
of Sam from Death Stranding.
Oh, neat.
So he drained the chief's blood
With-
and took
I
it
don't
into
care,
himself.
sorry.
It actually has individual pieces of cargo you can load
But he
onto his
wasn't
backpack.
able to
That's actually quite
deceive
cool.
the angel of
I'd be
death.
annoyed if they didn't. But yeah,
Angel
Raven
of
is telling
Death.
us that we saw Decoy Octopus. He was one of the members of Foxhound. Now he just hasn't shown up. But it turns out
The reason he didn't show up, he was
he,
dead.
Why go
yeah,
to so
he was
much
dead.
trouble? Why
He was
impersonate
the
the
Dark
chief?
Chief from the south.
That is the end
It's
of
kind
my
of disappointing
hate.
because it would be
You
cool to
must
see how they
solve
would
the
work that
rest
into a
of the
boss fight,
riddle
but,
yourself.
you know, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it would probably
Snake.
kind of work like in a
In
situation
the natural
where he would
world,
disguise himself
there's
as
no
a
such
nerd.
thing as
Oh,
boundless
how it would be for me, by the way,
There is always an end to it.
Oh wait, Otacon. That would make
different.
sense.
What I think
What are you
it
trying
would
to
be
say?
would be like
The path you walk on has no
it would be
end.
more along the lines of
Each step you take is
you know
paying
the
for
end in Metal Gear
corpses
Solid
of
3
your
you go from
enemies.
different areas.
Their
It would
souls will
probably be a similar situation like that where you would just have to find a regular guard or something, but it keeps changing. That would have been
Hear me, Snake. My spirit
That would be
will
pretty
be
cool.
watching you.
Like, find the right guard, basically. Like, that's like that room in Metal Gear 2 with all the fake soldier statues, but
Yeah,
one of them is
something
real.
like that. Or just it's a guy patrolling. But yeah, so Raven just got eaten to fuck. Oh yeah, when we get another call from
Kinky.
Snake,
Also
it's me,
gross.
Master. It's about Naomi. Turn your
What
monitor
about
off. What about Naomi? Colonel, is Naomi there?
Not here.
No, she's away. She's taking a short nap. So what is this about Naomi?
Okay, maybe we'd better let the Colonel hear this too.
I would love
Yeah.
to.
Go on, Master. Well, basically, Dr. Naomi Hunter is not Dr. Naomi Hunter at all.
What?
Dr. Naomi.
I thought her story of her background sounded kind
sorry,
of
my
fishy,
bridge is
so I
slipped
checked
up.
it out.
I'm
And?
totally American.
There is an actual Dr. Naomi Hunter,
This is my
or
really
I
bad
should say,
impression of
there was one.
Robin
But she's
acting
not the
Downs.
woman we know. The real Naomi Hunter disappeared somewhere in the Middle East. Our Naomi must have somehow obtained
By the
her
way,
identification papers.
One of the tapes.
So then who is she really?
I know it's,
She
no, it's
must
not
be
a tape.
some
It's
kind
the
of
end thing, you know,
spy.
the after credits thing.
A spy?
Yes.
Where
Maybe
like,
she's been
yeah,
sent to sabotage this
Boss
operation.
talking
Are you saying she's with the terrorists?
I don't want to believe it
They-
either.
like, where
But she
they-
is working for Foxhound.
I think Miller
So you think she had a part
finally
in the
learns about the
uprising?
truth about
Or she could be working with some different group altogether.
Venom Snake.
Different
being
group?
Actually, Snake.
It couldn't be.
And then he
Place
finds
her
out,
under arrest.
What?
Big Boss. is,
She's
like,
betrayed
plan,
us.
and he goes.
She
Big
needs
Boss
to
can
be
go to hell
arrested
stuff
and
because
interrogated to
he's there.
find out who
Boss
she's
totally
with.
fucking stabs Miller
If
in
she's
the back.
one of their spies,
Everything they
then
built
we're
with
in
Mother
big
Base, he
trouble.
just turns his back
What
on
do you
it.
mean?
Nothing.
Have you let her in on some kind of vital
yeah.
secret or something?
At the end, they talk about
Does
how.
this
like,
have
they're
anything to
training
do with the
his
mysterious
sons
deaths of the
and
DARPA
stuff,
chief and the
how they'll
Arms Tech
eventually
president?
be, enemies.
I have no idea.
Anyway,
From that, I'm
we
totally,
cannot allow her to participate any
the
further in
crowd
this
of,
mission.
Wait,
Who
wait
was
a
the
minute.
one who ends up
Without
killing
her, we
Miller?
can't
I'm
complete
pretty sure it
this
was
mission.
probably
I
Ocelot
knew
who
it.
ends up
You're
killing
hiding
for
something.
this.
Give me some time.
I
I'll
won't be
try to get
surprised.
it out of her.
Hurry then. We've got
I
to
was
figure
under
out who
the
she
impression
is
that
and
it
what
was
she's
like
doing here.
I think Liquid sent
understand.
Ocelot to do it.
Snake, give me some time.
Most likely.
I don't have any time
I
left
think
for
they
you.
ever actually. Wait, no, I guess they do. 'Cause Snake says, "Why did you kill Master?" And he's like, "So I could get to you easier or something." But
That doesn't
yeah,
make
he could have very easily. He could have very easily just sent Ocelot to.
Good job, yeah. By the way, let's look at Wacky. Oh no, it's still good. It's still good. It's still good.
Maybe probably just doesn't add to it until you kick off that story segment.
The nuke's just a little airborne. It's still good. It's still good. What episode was that? I know it's Simpson.
The one where Lisa becomes vegetarian.
Oh, right. Yeah. One of those episodes.
The room with a shitload of sentries.
I only say that because, like, it's kind of mostly consensus amongst a lot of people where the series just kind of went a little downhill when they started making more Lisa-centric episodes.
Nothing wrong with it.
I thought it was more just anything after like '97.
More or less.
I want to say the cutoff date was probably post-movie when it went really downhill.
Yeah.
But I say that, but if you look at the 2000s episode, it was like the 200th episode I think they did, where it was like Bart gets his own apartment and moves away from the family.
Yeah, that was.
Where the whole fucking episode just felt like, hey, let's throw in a bunch of celebrity cameos, name them off, with the
Oh yeah,
the
Tony
main
Hawk
cast.
Tony Hawk's above him, isn't he?
I think, yeah.
Pretty cool for number one. Hello.
There's literally a scene where Bart literally just goes, "Catch you later, Tony Hawk." See, that's Tony Hawk. Yeah, he's Tony Hawk.
Yeah, that's so. Yeah.
Obligatory celebrity cameo because we can afford it, starring Tony Hawk.
So.
Wow.
But I'm pretty sure Tony just would have said yes because he's Tony Hawk. He seems like a chill dude.
Well, yeah, season 9 is actually one of my favorite seasons.
Snake, it's me.
Yeah, it's usually said the first
Did you find a good place to hide?
after like the first 10 years,
to the stealth gear.
that's when Simpsons started.
It looks like they finished getting Metal Gear ready.
How do you know
I
that?
can go up
I
to like
overheard them
season
talking. Where are you
16,
now?
17 and still enjoy it.
I can go up
It's
to there, but
strange.
then after
What is?
that, it's
There's nobody here. No guards.
I think like
Nobody
there's still
patrolling.
some gems in
It's
there.
too
It's
quiet.
Just,
The point of down for me was the Lisa Goes Gaga season. I forgot which season that was, but the
That is
Lady Gaga in it.
But I've only got one of the three
I
keys.
I don't mind the
Besides
whole
that,
season
Ocelot said
like
there's
on its
some
own,
trick to
but
using the
that
keys.
episode was kind of bad.
You got some kind of plan.
again
Well,
besides Lisa
I'm in the
becoming
computer
friends with
room
Lady
right
Gaga?
now. I'm trying to access
No, it's
Baker's
not. She
private
becomes
files.
friends. She doesn't
Baker's
become
files.
friends. It's
Don't you need a
essentially
password?
Of course.
Lisa
but
doesn't
there
like.
are ways.
It's something
Are you
about,
a
if I
hacker?
remember correctly, Lisa
Yep,
doesn't like
that
Lady
describes
Gaga's
me pretty
music,
well.
Does it
or
look like you can get in?
isn't
I don't know
willing
yet.
to
I'll
really
give it a
stand out
try.
of the crowd
counting
for
on
some
you.
reason. And Lady Gaga's trying to make her enjoy the music or stand out of the crowd. It's like, no.
I forget.
Like the whole, there's no fucking point because nothing changes at the end. It's not like Lisa's like,
Yeah.
oh, I should learn to embrace my true inner self. No, she stays the same. And Lady Gaga
Yeah,
says, you know what? Fuck you all. This is a horrible city and I just wasted my goddamn time.
It's pretty much Lisa's upset and Lady Gaga thinks making her popular will make her happy.
Snake, it's me again.
How's it going?
Not
By the way, I
bad.
like
Yeah, I
this
can
I just got past his third security
I
level.
really like
He
this
was a pretty
sequence
careful
because,
guy.
well, it is a lot
Do
of
you
like
think you'll break
jargon
in
about
soon?
like
I never
different
met a
systems,
system I couldn't bust into.
how
Okay,
it works. I
keep
really like
trying.
the talking that Archon gives to Snake about how the system is, the truth behind the nuclear weapon and stuff. It's really interesting stuff.
It's like that's the clever thing about the games. They can, for the most part, they can add in all these facts between these dialogue exchanges and still make it interesting. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes it is very much a hey, we looked into this and we're just adding it in now, you know, because. But other times they can they can, you know, add in the clever parts.
Oh, by the way, this is our last key card. Gone are the days of level 8.
You know, I think through Game Shark it is possible to get higher level cards.
Yeah,
and
is.
I think the game actually recognizes you doing that, and I think it soft blocks the game.
You got past security?
Bingo.
I mean, it wouldn't matter anyway because there's no door that goes
I
above
accessed
level
the
7,
confidential Metal Gear file.
So what about the PAL override
Little
system
did
that
you
Baker
know
talked
that
about?
secretly there was a door in the
That's what
tank
I need to
hangar at
know.
the very beginning.
But Snake, I found something
One
else.
second, I just want to
The
check
secret
on
behind the new nuclear weapon. Just as I thought, the nuclear warhead is designed to be fired from the railgun like a projectile. It doesn't use fuel, so it isn't considered a missile. That way it can get around all sorts of international treaties.
Pretty sneaky.
Yes, but effective. And that's not even the scariest thing about this weapon.
Oh, I can't wait to hear this.
It's a stealth weapon.
You mean it won't show up on radar?
Yeah. The truth is, they've been working on a stealth missile since the late 70s.
Why weren't they able to develop one until now?
Because of the missile rocket propulsion system, it would be picked up by enemy satellites.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
But unlike a missile, the railgun doesn't burn any propellant, so it can't be detected by any current ballistic missile detection systems.
An invisible nuclear warhead.
Totally impossible to intercept. And on top of that, it's got a surface-piercing warhead designed to penetrate hardened underground bases.
Yeah, we learned that lesson in the Gulf War.
This thing could mean the end of the world.
It's the ultimate weapon. And from a political point of view, it avoids the problem of nuclear reduction and nuclear inspections. Colonel, is this true? Are you listening?
I'm not sure if it's bothering her, but...
I'm listening.
If word of this got out, it could delay the signing of the START 3 treaty and cause a huge international incident.
Yeah, it would be nasty.
This is the truth
The United States would be denounced by the UN. It could even bring the president down.
Did you
no
know
one
this,
knows
Colonel?
about it.
I'm
If they
sorry.
fire it, no one
You
will be able to
changed,
track it. No
Colonel.
one will
I
know
won't make
until it
any
actually hits.
excuses.
Snake, listen to me.
But get this,
New
it's
nuclear
invisible,
weapon.
and it
It's
shoots
never
lasers.
actually been tested, only simulated.
You mean they ran a computer model?
Yeah, that's why they were conducting this exercise. They needed to get actual experimental data to back up the simulation.
What were the results of
Correct
the
me if I'm
exercise?
wrong,
It
but
looks like
did
it
Metal
went better
Gear
than they
Solid
hoped for, but I
not
can't
have a
find the
rocket
data
launcher that
anywhere on
shot
this network.
nukes?
You'd
yeah,
think that data as important as that would be carefully recorded.
That's called a Davy Crockett.
It was.
That's not really
President Baker gave me an
portable
optical
thing. That's
disc with all of the
something
test
that's-
data.
What?
Okay,
It was a prototype.
Metal Gear Solid 3.
Ocelot took it from me.
In Metal Gear Solid 3, that shit is portable,
terrorists have
but a real
replaced the
Davy
dummy
Crockett
warhead
is
with a
nothing
real
you can
warhead.
just
Once they
pick up
input
one
the
hand and be
detonation
like,
codes, they should
That's,
be ready
that's
to
what
launch.
he said.
So you think they can do it?
Well,
Prototype.
the dummy warhead was designed to be
But
identical to the
thing
real
that you're
thing,
talking
so
about,
I think so.
The actual
Did you
machine
find out
itself,
how to
the shadow
override it
hard, is
yet?
just a
Not
tab which
yet.
speeds
It
up,
must
which
be in a
helps
separate
the
file.
rocket take
Right
off.
now I'm looking through all of Baker's personal files.
We're counting on you.
Also, they brought up again about Rex's dummy warhead data, which will be important in the next game.
Let's lie down.
Rex's demographic data.
Anything warhead data.
I'm trying to commit war crime.
I heard that.
Dumb
The
thing.
clap of his gears keeps alerting the guards.
Snake,
Did you find it?
no. I haven't found out about the override system yet, but I found Baker's ulterior motive.
He's just looking to get rich, isn't he?
Well, that's part of it. Armstech is in much worse
I'm just
financial
gonna leave
trouble
that
than I
there.
thought.
I know they lost their bid to make the next generation fighter jet. That plus the reduction in SDI spending.
It looks like there was even some talk of a hostile takeover.
Everything was riding on this project, I guess.
And it looks like we were paying a lot of bribe money to the DARPA chief.
Bribe money, huh?
Yeah, and Baker was a big proponent of the nuclear deterrent theory.
I see. So
Say
anyway,
again?
what about the
What were you
override?
planning?
Just give me a little bit
Yes,
longer.
the Dharma chief is singing from Metal Gear Solid 3.
But anyone who hasn't played that game yet, they won't know who it is.
I mean, truthfully, it's like a
Oh.
loose connection. Like,
This
it's
is
just,
one of the
hey.
most. This is one of the stupidest fucking things I've ever seen in Twin Snakes.
Oh yeah, the fucking door.
Okay, I've entered the PAL codes and disengaged the safety device. We can launch anytime.
There's still no response from Washington. It looks like we'll have to show them that we mean
Have you
business.
guys ever watched the digital?
Should I set it for Cherniton, Russia?
No,
what is it?
there's been a change. The new target
Digital graphic
is
novel,
Lock
where
North
it's basically
China.
fully voice acted
Why,
with some
boss?
animations and stuff.
I'm sure
And
neither you
retells,
nor Mr.
the
Golukovich
story
would
of
really
MGS1
like to see a
and
nuclear
MGS2.
bomb dropped on your mother.
Heard of it,
right?
had a chance to own it.
But
Wasn't there a
why?
PSP
There's
version
nothing
of it?
there.
Yeah, it's a PSP version
Wrong.
of it.
It's a
In Twin
nuclear
Snakes,
test
that door that you see, Snake does a
If
jump
we nuke a
over
major
it. So
population
imagine
center,
this is
the
the
game's
door.
over.
Snake
But a
walks up
nuclear
here,
explosion
and
at a
then he
test
does
site can
literal
still be
flip
concealed
and
from
lands
the
on other
public.
side. So he doesn't
Meanwhile,
explode.
Washington will be worried about the retaliatory
graphic
strike
novel,
from
it
China.
tells the story in a really unique way.
probably
Like,
mean top
actively,
secret
it's
talks
aware that
between
there are
both
some video
countries'
game elements, so it writes
Of
around
course.
it. But also,
And in the
it tells some
process,
like
the
scenes
president
that
will
you
be
wouldn't
forced to
normally
divulge the
see.
existence
By the way,
of a
Liquid's
new
live.
and highly destabilizing nuclear
For example,
weapon to the Chinese.
the guards that
What do you
approach
think that will do
Snake's
to the
like
US's
little
reputation? Or the president?
like shack that he's living in Alaska.
That means that China and India.
Then you also see like the
Yes.
Foxhound unit and how they're
When the other
dicking
countries
around
hear
while
about
Snake's
this
moving.
new weapon, they'll all want
And
to
there's
contact
also a
us.
bunch of interesting shit that you wouldn't
Washington
expect.
won't be
like
very happy when we
Snake is
start
being
selling
tortured.
their own
Snipe Wolf
system to the
is
high
forcing Meryl
military.
to watch
Yes.
on a TV screen somewhere else,
President will
which
break.
is really interesting.
He will
But
give
one
in
of the
to our
coolest
demands.
sequences
Big
is
bosses
during the
DNA
Psycho Mantis
$1
boss fight.
billion.
$1 billion.
There is
That
a
money will be used to
scene
cure our
where
genome soldiers as
Master
well.
Miller
I'm also
shows up
including the
out
Fox
of
dye
nowhere,
vaccine
and
in our
he shoots
demands.
Mantis dead.
Fox dye.
Then Snake and Miller go all the
Killed
way
Octopus
to
and
where
now
Metal
Aztec
Gear is
president.
held, and then
So
they
it's
end
true
up at
that
the
it affects
command
older people first.
module thing, and then
Mantis might not
Liquid
have been affected
and
because he wore
Ocelot
a
are holding
mask.
Meryl hostage. Like
Wolf wasn't
and
infected
they're,
either.
like doing a
Perhaps
back
due
and
to
forth
those
thing.
tranquilizers
And by the way,
she
yes,
always
Master
took.
Miller and Liquid are in the same
Something
room.
to do with the
But
adrenaline level
then
in the
Snake
blood.
realizes, something's up.
Or
And
maybe
then
it's
he,
just
because he's
because
looking at
this
Ocelot,
Fox
and he has
dye
both his
was
hands.
still
And then he realizes,
experimental, and they
it's a
haven't
ruse
worked
set
out
up
all the
by
bug
Psycho
shit.
Mantis. It's
In any case,
yeah,
have
it's
you heard from
really
your
fucking
friend,
interesting.
Colonel
You should
Sergei
totally watch it.
Golukovich
Although I
at
will
the
tell you
Spetsnaz?
this: watch the
He still
MGS2
has
one
doubts
because
about
that
the ability
goes
of Metal Gear.
batshit insane.
He said we can
Because
talk
there are
after
so
Metal
many
Gear's
differences.
test launch is
It's like
successful.
if you are super
He's a
hyper
very
aware of the
prudent man.
Metal Gear Solid 2 story,
There's nothing to worry
as
about.
Colonel
Colonel wants Metal
the
Gear
game itself,
and a new nuclear weapon so bad
you
he
will
can
know.
taste it.
I need scissors. 61.
No,
Russia
not
wants
even
to
that.
regain its
If you know
position
the
as a
story and
military
how like
superpower,
it's structurally
they need to
meant to go,
reinforce their nuclear arsenal.
it,
They need a
and then you
nuclear
watch
weapon
it
that
back,
can't be
all the things that
intercepted.
you expect
Metal
don't
Gear
happen.
will allow them to
And
gain
then
first strike capability
all
over the rest of the
based
world.
on the simulation.
Their
that
regular
Colonel
army is
talks
in
about,
shambles, and they think they can
everything
restore their country's
is
military power with
different.
nuclear
So,
weapons.
for example,
Golukovich, he's no warrior.
Raiden does
He's a
things out of order
politician.
without permission from the
He's the
Colonel,
one
and
who
the
gave
Colonel
us the
gets
Hind,
pissed
and most of our
because
other
it's
heavy
not
firepower.
a simulation.
He's
For
got over
example,
1,000 soldiers under
Stillman
his command.
survives.
If we join forces,
and he goes
we
with
could put up quite a resistance here.
Raiden
Since Mantis
to
died,
the
the
heliport
genome
where
soldiers'
Fat Man is,
brainwashing has started to wear
and then
off.
Fat Man
I'm
and Stillman
worried
have
about
basically have a
Blaine's morale.
standoff where
An
can you
alliance with
defuse
the
this
Russians
bomb?
would boost that
and then
as well.
It goes really weird.
We're not
and then,
going anywhere. We're going to dig in
Stillman
here.
ends up dying anyway.
Still escape.
And then there's a fight with Fat Man.
We've got the most powerful
but
weapon ever made,
it's super
and we're about to
interesting
ally with Golukovich's forces.
Very similar to
Going
the
to
whole.
fight the whole world?
You know,
What's wrong with that?
Final
We can launch
Fantasy
a
VII
nuclear warhead at any
and how
target
Final
on this
Fantasy VII
planet.
remake are
A
changing
nuclear
things ever so
warhead,
slightly.
invisible
It's
to
very
radar.
akin to
And on
that.
top of that, this base
I
is full
can't
of
a lot of like
spare
what if
nuclear
scenarios,
warheads.
basically.
Kind of.
alternative
Once we get the
All it
DNA
takes
and
and
the money, the world
It's playing
will be
on
ours.
your
What about your promise to
knowledge
Colonel
of how the
Golukovich?
story goes
I
normally.
have no interest in the revival of Mother
It plays
Russia.
on that and
You're not
it
thinking of
changes it
reviving
and
Big
it makes you
Boss's
go,
dream.
what the fuck's going
They
on?
call this place Outer Heaven.
So yes, Liquid is planning
Big
on
Boss's
reviving Outer Heaven.
But boss,
teaming up with
you're not worried about the PAL
Ocelot's
being
informant
overridden?
in the Spetsnaz.
If the code is in it again, it'll be deactivated.
No need to worry. worry. The DARPA chief and the Arms Tech president are both dead.
Does Snake know how the override system works?
You interrogated him, don't you know?
He didn't have any keys on him.
Good. Then no one can stop Metal Gear now.
By the way, this is the last you see or hear of Ocelot.
Want me to kill
her?
Bye.
Let her live.
Oh yeah.
She's Campbell's niece, and Snake cares for her. We'll keep her as our ace in the hole.
Yes, sir.
Meryl. Shashka. Asala.
Three bags full.
Shot in the face, you say.
Shot in the face, you say.
Snake,
I'm totally gonna use that. I'm totally gonna use that particular moment.
They've finished inputting the PAL codes. So how do we deactivate them?
He turned himself
into a pickle. The funniest shit I've ever seen.
It can also be used to input the detonation codes. You see,
No, sir.
if
No
you
one knows
insert
it was
the
you who
keys when the
requested
warhead
such
is
one
active,
source.
you deactivate it. And if you insert them when it's inactive,
By
it
the way,
becomes
No, sir.
activated.
The
And you can
internet
only
video
use
of
the
you
keys
spazzing
once.
out on the floor.
Only once, huh?
Nobody
been
knows.
Yeah, you better get started. We don't have much time.
But it takes 3 keys, right? I've only got
So,
one of
by the
them.
way,
Hold on
remember
a
that
minute.
whole
You see, that's the trick.
temperature
You
changing stuff
already
from
have all
Metal Gear
3 keys.
2 Solid
What are
Snake?
you talking about?
We're doing it
The
again.
card key is made of a shape memory alloy.
For a split second there,
memory
Kieran, I thought you were
alloy.
about to say,
Yes.
remember that whole card
It's a
changing
material
thing
that
from Metal Gear
changes shape
5?
at
It's like,
different temperatures.
no.
The key is
Oh,
made out of
IT
it.
had 2017.
This card key?
Thanks for doing
Yeah.
this.
Hello.
The card key
Uh,
changes
I
shape
had.
at different
Or
temperatures.
I had.
So this key is actually 3
Yeah, we're all
keys
doing
in
good,
one.
you know.
Clever.
Getting close to the end of the game anyway now.
Can you see the input terminals in the center of the control room?
I see them.
Those
I
3
know.
laptop
Oh
terminals
great, yeah.
are for the
I know
emergency
the
input.
shape memory alloy
There should
stuff.
be a
like,
symbol
the
on each
temperature changing
screen.
keys. Weird,
Each
but
symbol
it's not the worst thing in
corresponds
the
to a
world, especially not
different
in this
key.
game.
Playthrough I've
Input
done,
the
I never really
keys
found it
in
that
order
annoying, to
from
be honest.
left
No, and
to
with
right.
the Naomi like story stuff,
The left one's for the
really
room
like
temperature
It's not.
key. See the
It's not
symbol?
PSG1.
Next to that goes the low temperature
even then
key.
I don't find that
The
bad.
one on
if
the
you
right
use
is the
cardboard
high temperature
black-
key.
If you use the cardboard
Okay,
box.
I got it. First, I
cardboard
change the
black.
shape of the card, and then I input
Yes.
them in order, right?
That's right.
You
All
set
you
the
do is
cardboard
insert
black.
the card
No, I didn't.
keys.
I just flood box.
After you insert the key into the module, a hard disk reads the information contained on it. Once you've finished with all 3 terminals, the code input process is complete. But here's the thing. You can only use the key 3 times. It's an
No, so
emergency
far,
system. It's only meant
I
to
don't
be
think
used
it's more
once.
them overcompensating for something. I think it's just more.
that key,
Oh
Snake.
hey, look what's popular. Oh, Matrix is popular. This one ever been updated. Let's just do that.
Yeah. And plus, the guys in charge of that it was Silicon Knights.
Yes, Silicon Knights, and if I remember
yeah,
correctly,
by the way, I said
collaboration with.
I'll enjoy.
I said Knights of Sidonia in the fucking session 1, which is not correct.
I don't even remember that. But yeah, Silicon Knights, also developers of
You've got to
Sanity's
get that
Requiem.
key.
Is that right?
Yeah, or Eternal
Yes.
Darkness, which
And 2 Human.
I didn't even know that was another game. I just know that.
2 games I've never played, and
Oh, Jesus.
I don't know.
2 Human was the most infamous one because they spent such a long fucking time developing that, only for it to come out on the 360 in just complete ass of, you know, the whole development cycle hell shit, where at the end it's not even something good, it's something terrible.
Isn't the
Basically,
guy,
a sufferer of hell.
isn't the guy in charge of it though like a massive asshole?
I don't know, but I think you might be thinking of the head developer of Team Bondi, because, fuck. Like, that guy was an asshole.
But yes, the PAL key was shot out of our hand, so we've got to go retrieve it.
Please don't be a rat, please don't be a rat, please don't be a rat.
It's going to be a rat.
How can you tell?
Because it's my luck.
And a really dumb line into the Twin Snakes as well when he drops the keys. Just like, the key fell in the drainage ditch. It's like, yeah, I can see that.
Found the drainage ditch.
Hola, me llamo Snake.
But
And
yeah,
we're destroying the metal.
basically Metal Gear's juices are starting to close up.
Yeah.
Metal Gear juice.
What it is.
I just thought it was just really bad water.
Yeah, I've never understood.
It's politically dirt. It's like fuel or something, isn't it?
Well, it's the drainage ditch, so I guess it's where all the oil and all the other crap is like being siphoned off.
That's what it is.
Gamer girl bathwater. What the hell?
I ain't no simp.
Wait, we can't use that word on Twitch. We gotta use severely ill mental patient.
I ain't no sump.
Probably should be getting all these rations like this, but whatever. Yeah, I'm
Better
guessing.
have them.
I'm guessing. A rat must have eaten. So let's call Master.
You lost the
Snake,
key.
a rat ate
Hurry
the
up
card.
and find
How
it.
can you
They've
tell?
already entered the
I got a
detonation
great
code.
view from up here.
The only way
Wait
to
a minute.
stop that launch is to lock the system by re-inputting the detonation codes. If you use the mine detector, you should be able to find the key, even if it fell into the drainage
that's
ditch.
right. I forgot you could totally just use the fucking mine detector. So
It's made out of the same metal as a mine. In fact, we'll set up a couple of claymores right next to the fence.
Oh, here it is.
Snake, did you find the key?
No, it's not here.
Don't be ridiculous. You saw it fall into the drainage ditch, didn't you? The drainage ditch. Isn't there something odd about it?
No. There are a lot of big rats, though.
That's it, Snake. A rat must have eaten it.
Now who's being ridiculous?
I'm right. There's no other possibility.
I'm guessing Dan
Rats eat.
passed out again.
Yeah, I'm guessing so.
Tired boy.
My laptop doesn't recognize no as a word.
No.
Okay, so your best bet is to chase, place a C4. You can see the like little passageways that the rat takes. Just gotta make sure it's there.
What is this method? I've never seen this before.
What, have you never seen the rat?
No, usually I just get to the drainage ditch and the key's still there.
Lucky you. Most of the time when most of the time when I'm playing, I get this.
Exit.
A rat eats the key, doesn't it? Which is weird considering a rat usually eats things with rituals.
It just has a massive hump on there.
Yeah.
It ate like Snake.
Had a big
But
chunk.
in my experience, it's happened once. Got it scot-free. One time with the rat.
As far as I remember, both playthroughs that I've done, it was just about getting down to the bottom of the ditch and picking it up and going back to the top, you know? I guess it's
Sure, it
down to...
happened in the Let's Play too.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just down to how fast you can get past the guards and get down there.
What the hell is this thing? I'm not being crazy, right? The rat just has not shown up at all.
Are you using the mine detector?
Oh, I don't need to use the mine detector.
I mean, it would help figure out where the rat is.
I never needed to use the mine detector to see him on my map. On my map, though. I'll try it. Is it now suddenly underneath the? No, it's just a bomb.
don't even think about trapping it. Just use the state missile on it.
What the hell? What the fuck is survived from C4?
I don't think it's that corner.
That's always the corner where I got it.
Looks to be down by the drainage ditch.
I always trap it at that point, the point I've left. But yeah, that seems to be my luck. Usually I just get the rat eating the key.
Honestly, I'm still amazed that I had no idea about this.
Yeah, it's annoying.
I mean, it's a cool little detail, like Snake getting sick.
Yeah, like for a cold, and you need to get some cold medicine.
That happened once, but
I love it when it happens in this game because if you call Naomi, like Snake, literally he has the sniffles, and then if you call Otacon, Snake goes, "Have you seen any cold medicine on the base?"
You know, if I somehow get around to doing solid, if I get a cold, I'm gonna keep it.
No, it goes away after a while.
Damn. It would have been great if like they had a whole set of lines for Snake if he had a cold. Snake, you got all the I got all the flaw genes, and you got all the itch.
Okay.
Listen,
You got all the etching.
Yes, I have the SGB playthrough on my mind.
I watched that playthrough of Lost Levels again recently. Forgot how funny that was.
That was the first one that I really properly sat down and watched. The first real one.
And then Mario 1 Let's Play as well.
Which doesn't have the finale anymore.
No, that was a shame. I remember watching the finale, but too long
At least
ago.
we still have World 1-1s saved in our memories.
Yeah, that rat went out with a bang. Yes, it did. I love the sequence, like, of the thing, like, lowering. It's so cool.
Awaiting PAL code number 2.
Okay, that takes care of PAL code number 1. Now PAL number 2.
Freeze the key.
Freeze the key.
I like how he just repeats it each time you put the key into the new laptop. Now we gotta go back to the Raven fight.
Yes, we do. And we're gonna get
Snake throws a cheap grenade. That one guard that always respawns.
So, if we have any stories or anything, this is probably the best time to tell them, because the most monotonous thing about this is the climbing of Rex's body. But don't get me wrong, it might not be as bad because of the cutscenes, but still traveling back and forth can be a bit of a strain.
Yeah, it's not great, but you're only doing it 3 times, and it's not like you have no idea where it could be talking about where you need to go and change the key. Oh, it's yellow's normal, and blue, oh, it's cold. I'll go back to the boss fight I just did. Oh, red, I'll go to the hot room,
Okay, I will always do this. I'll get a card.
And plus, you never have to go back any further than where disc 2 begins, basically.
I always like to wear gloves. Oh, by the way, if it wasn't obvious enough, the bulletproof vest actually does appear on Snake's body. That is an incredible detail.
Oh.
You do have to have...
I'd say it's been Sorry for interrupting you.
Yeah, but while you have equipped, you can't use... Well, I mean, you can use rations, but you just have to, you know, change between them.
And now we wait. I usually like to do 5 laps, just in case. And if you do get cold,
you can always check it from the inventory anyway to see the color change. So
yeah,
not like you're left in the dark with whether or not it even has changed.
Yeah, I always do a double check. Like, so after lap 1, I check the thing. Oh, by the way, your rations can freeze. Don't let that happen.
That has never happened.
It's happened to me. And if you try to eat it, you'll get like a ding 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 sound effect.
Ah, like trying to eat it with sea brine on it. In 2.
Yeah.
That is also new to me.
And the sea lice.
Sea lice, that's what it is.
Oh no, the sea lice. Yeah, I knew about that, but you have to like shake them off.
Yeah, and if you lay down in a pile of them, they actually do physically crawl over them.
And they start to eat.
You know, okay, I know your method of trying to, deal with the sea lice to get Emma over it is you're supposed to spray the area.
I always put it to sleep and drag her in.
That's always what I did.
Or you can just choke her and then that's it.
Do you remember? I think I was talking to you about playing through 2 when my PS4 wasn't working last year.
Yeah.
I think I actually woke her up while she was in the middle of the sea lice.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
I feel so terrible for that.
And did she just immediately cut to like her running animation to get away from them?
No, well,
no.
She doesn't have a running animation because her legs have been drugged. Well, she's been drugged, hasn't she?
Well, her getaway animation, I guess.
Yeah.
She slowly got away, but yeah, it's safe to say I traumatized her.
There is one cool thing that I did once, where the sea lice are in front of the elevator. If you get the RGC for whatever, the grenade launcher, and you go in first-person view mode and you shoot, you don't only kill a bunch of sea lice, a bunch of sea lice come flying at you and they stick to right your screen.
Huh.
Oh, so it's the same as if like when you're on the upper decks and if you look up towards the birds in the sky and they just want to shit on you. Which is to me is on the first-person view.
That was an interesting little time period where games would do that with the camera. Where, hey, look, the effects are affecting the camera.
Yeah. Oh, and there's also another little detail. If you, in Arsenal gear, when you meet up with Snake, if you get really close up to his face when you're meant to be practicing with this sword, his breath has condensation on the front of the screen.
Huh.
That's pretty cool.
Palcode number 2 confirmed. Awaiting Palcode number 3.
I just remember pissing him off.
There goes Palcode number 2.
Yeah.
Isn't it like if you piss him off
Next
like all
comes
throughout
pal
the game,
number
he's
3.
like
Warm the key.
completely on edge by the time you get to like the sword fight?
No, he'll always act the same way, but you can piss him off in a variety of ways. Like when you first meet up with Pliskin, you can aim at him and he says, "I wouldn't do that if I were you." And what else? Like if you actually start shooting him, he'll go, "Right, I'm on your side." Stuff like that.
At least if you try using lethal firearms. Non-lethal, he'll be fine.
Yeah, you can just shoot him with a tranquilizer gun and he just goes straight to sleep. One of my favorite hidden moments, I'm pretty sure I showed it off in the playthrough, but if you, like when you meet up with Pliskin again and you meet up with Stillman, and you start doing the bomb disposal. If you go to like the connecting bridge between strut F and something else, no, C and D. If you go to one of the bridges, you'll find a guard knocked out, and you'll see someone in a cardboard box, and it's obviously Pliskin. You can shoot at the box, and the box starts breaking up, and you can call people about it. Like, is he a member of Dead Cell?
That one.
Yeah, it's really fun.
I love Metal Gear Solid 2
I'm
somehow.
curious if Snake under the box, if he's using the Pliskin model or if he's using the sneaking suit.
It's the Pliskin. You can see his legs.
Ah. I think Metal Gear Solid 2 has a PC version.
I'm pretty sure it does. No, Jesse, get on that.
What?
I got a bot.
Ammo.
Nope.
Bot first. Thanks, dude. Oh yeah, soldiers start controlling the freezer now.
Yeah. In like easier modes, it doesn't happen. In like other modes, I think in easy mode there's only 2. I could be wrong though. This is me.
I brought up the question of the PC version because I've been thinking about this. There's animations that the player doesn't see the Snake or Raiden doing when they're inside the cardboard box. And I was actually kind of curious as to what they are. I know for certain what they are in 5, and I think it's absolutely the funniest.
We're going to have some fun codec calls now, because we're going to have a lot of bombs dropped on us right now.
God damn it, Raven, I thought you were dead.
Not that.
It's just Ocelot.
Snake, it's about Naomi Hunter.
Then you should talk to the Colonel.
Alright, the ghost of Raven.
Turn your monitor off.
Okay, it's off. No one else can hear us. Go ahead.
Sorry, but I didn't want the Colonel to hear.
I think, didn't you call like one of the parts of the Let's Play that just it's about Naomi?
Pentagon.
Yes.
Yeah. He's the one who told me about it. It looks like the DIA recently developed a new type of assassination weapon.
I bet.
An assassination weapon?
Because it's mostly about keeping the fun stuff in, but enough flying.
Fox Die?
No. Fox Die. Liquid and the others were talking about it.
Yeah. It's some kind of virus that targets specific people. I don't know all the details, but
what are you trying to say?
It's too similar.
Snake, have you heard about
what
this thing
is
called
COVID-19?
The cause of death. Didn't the Asian tech president and the DARPA chief, Decoy Octopus, die of something that looked like a heart attack?
Yeah.
Well, apparently
I make a
Fox
joke about
Die kills
Johnny
its victims
not washing
by
his hands
simulating
after
a must
The
be
random
around
guy on it.
There we go.
Listen, I've got bigger
Actually,
things
that's an
to worry
emote.
about.
But
There
Snake,
you go.
That's
Okay.
you might be infected
It's one of the
too, you
default
know.
emotes on Twitch.
All I can do
not
is leave it
like
up to
this.
the Colonel.
And yeah, there it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we found out that Naomi was sending coded messages to towards the Alaskan base. So she must be working with the terrorists.
Well, this is more on the next episode of the Exposition Elevator. I can't. I fucking fuck.
tonight on Exposition Elevator.
Snake, it's about Naomi.
I'm a single mother, and you've had a troubled yet relatable past.
Now you've got to warm the key up.
So I guess something kind of interesting to talk about. New laptop's working fine.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I remember you putting that in the Discord that you bought it. No, that's awesome, dude. I'm having a weird thing on my PC at the minute where, Kieran, you know how yours, like, the colors inside the actual, the build will, just start changing after a while?
There we are. Sorry. I died.
It died for us. But, like, no, the colors only change for when I need it to, when I want to. I customize it.
Yeah, no, it's just, I don't know, for the longest time they just, they'd, change color, but now they're just flashing red, which hopefully isn't a bad thing.
For the most part, I'm just keeping this laptop not really for experimental stuff. That's what I'm going to use my old crappier laptop for.
Yeah.
I
But,
get out both of them.
I do want to test something. Obviously, I have Pulsar 2 running on full, but I want to get Heavy Rain on PC, specifically for the new one.
Heavy Rain
that's not going to go well.
Why?
Wait, so Heavy Rain got a PC release? Or are you just talking about an emulator?
Yes.
Oh, I was unaware.
It has a PC release.
Alright,
I didn't know that.
And he drops it into the blast furnace.
Does that version have the DLC?
I don't know. But as you were saying, Kieran?
We've just heated up the key, that's all. And I made a joke about it's like the key's now hot, and I went, and then he drops it into the blast furnace.
Oh god.
No, that's a good thing because we're technically getting to the point where we're going to be activating relics.
So, take a wild guess why I want to get Heavy Rain on PC.
To see the thing.
You're gonna say mods?
Have some fun with some model swapping.
Yeah, figured as much.
I'll play the entire game as Ethan naked.
Oh god.
I'm sorry, but just picture the fucking context of that. Ethan...
I was so fucking happy when I did my playthrough of the game a few years ago when I got the PS4. Like, and the same thing that happened in the SGB playthrough happened to me, where you're in the police station and the guard just walks through you out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I was so
I wanted that to happen, but it didn't happen for me.
I didn't get like the whole kids glitching out when you
Move your
when you're
ass!
Move your ass. I didn't get that, but so funny.
Ugh, it's terrible.
I love
Metal
the
Gear
game.
Solid on the Virtual Boy. There's some...
I mean...
Do you want to know how much I've been playing Metal Gear Solid 5 and watching like funny videos to do with it? There's a police helicopter outside, and the first fucking thought that came into my head was, "That's an enemy gunship."
What's an enemy gunship?
We were on different terms there.
No,
we were thinking, that's an enemy gunship.
No, it's when Ocelot goes, "Boss, get down." That's an enemy gunship. Stay low and crawl across the ground.
He does the exact same
Snake,
thing for snipers.
Can you hear
too.
me? It's Naomi.
It's Naomi, but she was arrested.
Campbell and the others are busy right now. I'm on a different codec.
Naomi, is what the Colonel says true?
Yes, but not everything I
Naomi,
said was
what
a lie.
were you arrested for? Your treasonous
I don't
crimes?
know myself.
No,
Actually,
I don't know my real
Actually,
name or even
yes.
what my parents looked like. I bought
Hey
all my
Naomi, you're on a different codec, but it's the
But my
same exact
reason
number.
for getting into genetics was true.
I don't know how it works.
8679309.
Right?
That's right.
I love
want
this
to
scene.
know where I came
This
from.
scene fucking blew my mind.
My
back in the
age,
day.
my race, anything.
Still does.
Naomi.
I was found in Rhodesia sometime in the 80s. A dirty little orphan.
Rhodesia?
What's now known as Zimbabwe?
What's now known as Zimbabwe?
History lessons,
Yes. Rhodesia was owned by
The most
England
interesting
until
thing to me about
1965,
Naomi's
and there were
character
lots
is
of
she
Indian
has no
laborers
idea
around.
who she actually is.
That's
And
probably where I
everyone
got my
still
skin
calls her
color from, but
Naomi.
I'm not even sure about that.
yeah, they do. I mean,
Naomi,
it's the only name.
too
she's-
worried
I
about
mean,
the past.
it does like
Isn't
you
it
know
enough to
beg
understand
the
who
question
you are
like,
now?
what did she go by for so many years
Understand
before
who I
she,
am
you
now.
know,
Why should I? No one
know,
else
went as
tries to
Naomi?
understand me. I was alone for
like
so
what,
long.
what did you know,
until I
Grey
met
Fox
my
call
big
her?
brother.
I
And
don't know.
him.
But
Your big
your
brother.
big brother. Mind-blowing scene. Frank
Frank Yeager.
Yeager. Grey
What?
Fox, the cyborg ninja.
He was a young soldier when he picked
Naomi
me up
is
near
her
the
adopted
Zambezi
sister.
River. I was half dead from
Her
starvation
adopted
and
sister.
he
Do you,
shared his
do you
rations
want
with
to know
me.
something? I've already brought this up.
Yes.
I bring it up in the review.
Frank
but
Yeager.
we figure out
The man who you
that,
destroyed was my brother and my only
Gustavo
family.
Hefner was going to be
No.
marrying a man called Frank Hunter.
Grey Fox?
Hunter
We
is
survived that hell together, Frank and
in
I.
German is Jaeger. Naomi Hunter.
He's my one connection. The only connection I have to my
So
past.
there you go.
Sweet.
And
There you
he
go.
brought you back
Very
to America.
subtle hint.
No. I was in Mozambique when he
Kojima
came.
is my dog.
Who is he?
You mean Big Boss?
You mean Big Boss?
Yes. He brought us to this land of freedom. This America.
Whatever
Then
happened
he and my brother went back to Africa to
Kojima
continue the war.
in the context of the Metal Gear
And
lore?
that's when it
What do you
happened.
mean?
You killed
The soldier
my
from
benefactor
Peace
and sent my
Walker
brother
Oh,
home
that's not.
crippled.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
just
him.
that's
I vowed
literally
revenge
just a
and joined
fucking Easter egg to
Foxhound.
be going, oh, it's Kojima. Cool.
I knew it was my best chance.
It's
I
like
know,
when they had
but like,
prayed for the day
he
that I
still
would.
Death Stranding.
exists within the
So, were
universe.
your prayers
Kojima is
answered?
God.
So does
Yes.
Conan in Death Stranding.
I
You know,
waited
it's
too
just
long
oh hey,
years.
To
look at
kill
him.
me?
And his bit is
Is that all
terrible.
you cared about?
Yes. That's right. 2 years.
So yeah,
But at least
Naomi.
his
All
Otterman's
I
good.
thought about for
Naomi
2
wanted
long
revenge
years.
for us
Like some
kicking
kind
the
of twisted
shit out
obsession.
of Grey Fox and
You still
Zanzibar.
hate me?
And you noticed, like throughout the game, she's
Not
been
exactly.
really cold towards us. Like
I was
why are
partly wrong
you
about
like
you.
going out of
What
your way
about
to save
Liquid and
Meryl?
the others?
Like, don't you only care about yourself?
I'll
and
have
like,
my
she's
revenge on
really
them, too.
interrogating him, and now she's learned
Naomi,
like he's not actually
You
an
didn't
asshole.
kill that doctor too, did you? The one that used Grey Fox for
And
his
she sees him
genome
as doing the
experiments?
right thing and starts
Dr.
to
Clark.
question herself.
No.
Dr.
That was
Clark.
my brother.
That was my brother. So Grey Fox
Afterwards, I
kills
covered
Dr.
it up
finally
and
meets
helped
the
him hide
victim.
out.
Yeah. Grey
So that
Fox
ninja,
kills Dr.
I
Clark.
mean Grey Fox.
Dr. Clark
He's
is
the only
someone.
one, like-
Yeah, Dr. Clark is someone
I
we'll
don't think
meet
so.
later.
I think he just came here to fight you.
Or
I
in,
wasn't sure
in
before,
the
but
past.
now I think I understand.
By the
final
way,
battle
the
with
coded
you.
messages that
That's
Naomi
all
was
he
sending
lives
to the
for.
base was
I'm
to
sure of
Grey
it.
Fox.
Fox. No. Naomi, tell me something.
About
And this is where we
Foxdie.
learn the exact details of Foxdie.
Foxdie is a type of retrovirus that targets and kills only specific people. First, it infects the macrophages in the victim's body. Foxdie contains smart enzymes created through protein
I'll give you
engineering.
a quick rundown.
They're programmed to
Essentially, what
respond to
Foxdie is,
specific genetic patterns in the
is
cells.
a virus that
Those
can learn
enzymes
specific
recognize the
DNA.
target's
When it
DNA?
knows the
Right.
DNA of a person,
They respond
and
by
then it
becoming
matches
active
up
and
to
using
someone,
the macrophages. They
it
begin
will,
creating TNF epsilon.
eventually have the
It's a type of cytokine, a
heart
peptide which
cells
causes cells
will make
to
them
die.
commit suicide,
The
causing a heart
TNF
attack.
epsilon is carried along the bloodstream to the heart, where they attach to the TNF receptors in the heart cells.
And then they cause a heart
They're
attack?
still there.
The heart cells suffer
I'm
a
still
shock and
here too,
undergo
so I was just trying to think of
extreme
something to add
apoptosis.
to it, but I was like, no,
Then-
he's got it.
The victim dies.
I'm focusing on something
Apoptosis.
because I am
You mean the heart
currently
cells commit
downloading a video
suicide?
I am going to post to
Naomi.
Discord.
What?
You must have programmed that thing to kill
But yeah,
me
Foxdie,
too.
one of
Right.
the biggest plot points and
Do I
It
still
will
have
story
go,
time?
from
go throughout the entire
series.
series, although it is never
Naomi,
really brought up in
I don't blame you
MGS2,
for
apart
wanting me
from the
dead,
simulation.
but I
thing.
can't go yet. I still have
yeah,
a job
MGS2
to
sort
do.
of it's more about Raiden's story than it is Snake.
Listen,
Well,
Snake.
it's also a mix of like
I'm
the
not the one who
Patriots
made the
trying to
decision to
control
use
things.
Foxdie.
Huh?
when you think about it,
But
I guess.
yeah,
it's really
here's another bombshell. Naomi was not the one who decided to use Fox
as
Dye.
part of this operation.
It was always meant to happen.
I just wanted to let you know
Naomi
that.
only did one different thing.
No,
she changed the Fox Dye to in order to infect Snake. That's the only
The real thing I wanted to tell you was.
But she was always
Snake.
So originally they had it that Snake would still carry it, but it would only kill, you know, the specific people. But she changed it so it would kill him as well.
Yeah.
Naomi. Snake, I can't allow Naomi to make any more unauthorized transmissions.
What?
Naomi's been removed from this operation.
What happened to Naomi? What did she mean when she said that Fox Dye was a part of this operation? Colonel, let me talk to her.
I won't. She's under arrest.
Colonel, you double-crossed me.
Snake, there's no time for that.
Okay.
Right now, your job
At
is
this
to stop
point,
Metal
I
Gear.
understand why Campbell
Snake?
is like an asshole. There is a really good fucking reason for it. We'll find out later. But Snake just said, "You double-crossed me." Why doesn't Snake just fucking join the terrorists? Because at this point, you've been stabbed in the back so many fucking times. Is it worth, like, continuing doing it? Obviously, he wants to still fight for what's right, of course.
Yeah. But I guess he's just got such a strong moral compass that he's like, yeah, well, you know, these guys are slightly better than the other guys. I guess.
And to be fair, he always wanted to fight against what Big Boss stood for.
So, yeah,
I'll give it that. But at this point, you would want to just fight back against what the fuck's going on against you, right?
It's like, you can see why Snake doesn't trust anybody, basically, you know? He doesn't want to be a part of this. All he wants to do is just go back to his hut in Alaska with his dogs, you know?
Yeah.
Christ, like we said, this is like the second time he's attempted to retire?
Yeah, because after Metal Gear 1, he retired from Foxhound after many years. And like I said in the review, I'm pretty sure the reason he retired as early as he did was because after beating Metal Gear and destroying Big Boss, the greatest soldier of all, I'm pretty sure he was the one who was picked for every mission after that. So he was probably got a lot of work. So
yeah. So he was covered for, you know, with everything else. Because as far as the rest of the world was concerned, that was Big Boss until, you know, the real one came out of hiding.
Yeah. Well, they just thought, oh, he just survived.
Play this game in harder mode.
Still here.
Yeah, you still.
There it is.
Yeah, I'm guessing if you play this game in hard mode, when you scale back up Metal Gear, there's more guards, except besides just this one that's controlling the top.
I forget. It's been a while since I've done a hard mode playthrough.
So I want to, but I don't have like the skills for it.
We've got the last one. We can deactivate Rex. Hooray!
Yep.
PAL code entry complete. Detonation code.
Uh-oh, it says activated.
Why?
Oh, you guys, I cannot wait for you to see what I did for this part.
I deactivated
So
it.
excited.
We're in for a treat.
Thank you, Snake.
Thank you, Snake. Now the detonation code is completed. Nothing can stop Metal Gear now.
Master, what's going on?
You found the key, and even activated the warhead for us, too. I really must express my gratitude. Sorry to have involved you in that silly shape memory alloy business.
What are you talking about?
We weren't able to learn the DARPA chief's code.
Okay.
Even with Mantis'
This
psychic
is where we learn
powers,
the
he
truth about
couldn't
what's
read his mind. Then Ocelot accidentally killed him
accidentally
during the
killed
interrogation.
DARPA chief.
In other words, we weren't able to launch
So
the nuclear
they were
device,
screwed
and
out
we
with
were
getting
all
the code.
getting A little
They couldn't
worried.
get the code for Rex.
Without the threat of a nuclear strike, our demands would never be met.
Like, they could get the one code from the president, but they needed both, right?
Detonation codes, we had to find
they got
some
the
other
code from
way.
Baker in the end.
That's when we decided
To add to the
you
story
might
of, like,
prove
what they were
useful, Snake.
replacing Snake.
First, I thought
But
we
as
might
you
get
learn
the
from
information
Baker,
from you,
like, everybody
Snake.
who
So
knows
I
those
had
toxic
decoy
codes has
octopus
psychic
disguise
manipulation,
himself
so
as the
Mantis
DARPA
could not have
chief.
read DARPA Chief's mind, which is
Unfortunately,
why the
Octopus
interrogation happened.
didn't survive
But
the
Ocelot
encounter,
killed,
thanks to
the
Fox
DARPA
Die.
chief.
You mean you had this
So,
plan from the beginning? Just to get me to
in order
input the
to
detonation
deactivate,
code?
Rex, if it was activated and we used the keys,
You didn't
it would
think you
deactivate
made it
Rex,
this
but if
far
it wasn't
by
active,
yourself, did you?
You could use
Who
the
the
keys
hell
to
are
activate
you?
it.
In any
So we've
case,
been tricked
the
into
launch
using
preparations are complete. Once the
So
world
the
glimpses
keys
the
work
power
both ways,
of this
basically.
Yeah,
weapon,
but you can only use
the White House will have no choice but to surrender the Fox Die
So
vaccine.
it's a really cool twist. I love it.
Their ace
But
in the hole is useless
we have
now.
faced off against
Ace
a
in the
tank.
hole. The Pentagon's
Faced off
plan
against a
to
psychic man
use
and a
you was
sniper
already
placed
successful
behind
in the
me.
torture room.
A madman with a fucking chain gun
You're the only one who doesn't know.
and all sorts of shit with like the guards.
Who are
and
you
stuff.
anyway?
I'll tell you everything
That's
you want
six
to know.
big fucking things.
If you come where I am.
If you
that
wanted
is.
Snake to do this shit,
Where are you?
if you wanted to trick him,
Very close by.
like, wasn't that shit pushing
Snake,
it too far?
That's not Master
Like,
Miller.
sure, you could kill him and get the power.
You're too late.
But Otacon is
Master
actively
Miller's
trying
body
to learn
was
the
just
secrets.
discovered at his
so
home.
if Snake
He's been
dies,
dead for at least 3 days.
he was never
I
going to
didn't know because my codec link with Master was cut off. But Mei Ling said his transmission signal
sadly,
was coming
Master
from
Miller is
inside
dead.
the base.
He's been dead for at least 3
So
days.
who is it?
Snake, you've been talking
So
to
that kind of sucks. Especially after you play 5 and, you know.
Yeah, he's a really decent character.
Liquid. How the...
You've served your purpose.
I do like that art
may
transition.
die now.
He takes the glasses off and lets his hair down.
Okay.
Hello, Bobber.
Call Otacon. That's your key.
Snake, that's bulletproof glass. You can't break it with an ordinary weapon.
Can't you open the security lock here?
I'll try. Just hold on for a minute.
Cool. Alright. We've got our gas mask on, so should be okay. Ooh, I'm so momentous. Ration. Cool. I'm gonna leave that. I sure hope my fucking thing don't die. That would suck.
It doesn't take too long
I
to.
hacked
Oh,
into
you
security. Snake, I'm opening the door.
Back for revenge.
Okay, so
Ruining
things-
his man.
I love this.
Ready for the best line.
Are you listening? Are you listening? Oh, I should probably check the chat. Doodle. Love that sound effect. Let's call Mei Ling because this is going to be a lot.
Snake?
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 No, don't.
Win, Snake,
Do
win!
my best to win.
Solid snack.
Please tell me you guys are all still here.
Yeah, I'm still
I
here,
am.
dude.
No, I mean like the viewers, because on my Streamlabs things, it's telling me we're at 0 viewers.
The comments from before are still there, but yeah.
It's still trying to boot up for me, the stream.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to wait for Stream Elements to say that I've gone live again. Fucking hell, never plug anything in for when you're doing Elgato HD, Jesus.
Well,
Should have been there for my first test stream.
You should have been
That was
there
a
for mine.
full fucking half hour.
Mine mine was even less than that. I ended up just doing the thing. Oh, we should.
Are we back? I would assume we're trying to be back.
Well, the numbers are starting to go back up again, so.
How many viewers are we at? Because it was 6 last time I checked.
Yeah, we're at 4.
It says 4 right now.
Okay, my thing hasn't changed because on Stream Elements, Streamlabs, I have my stream set up here, and then I've got a mini feed which tells me the followers and what other things, scenes that I can switch between the sources on those, a mixer, and then when I stream, I have like a live chat, and at the top right, I have a viewer count.
There we are.
For me, it says 0 viewers, so that's weird. So is everything back to normal?
Yeah, we're live. I see you.
Okay.
See the codec screen. I see you. I see Soul. Currently at 5 viewers now.
Okay, good. Oh yeah, my thing's changed. Oh god. Need a shot.
Yeah, so the only thing that's changed is that the chat box on the screen is just starting to overlap onto the gameplay.
Yeah.
Is that a big ass bottle of diet soda?
No, it's
Pepsi Max Cherry.
Pepsi Max Cherry.
I was going to say Pepsi Max.
You're not wrong. Well, at least I didn't have
diet soda.
Anything, so.
I'm waiting for somebody to finish that.
12.
Why do you drink diet soda? So I can eat regular cake.
I've never seen that in a
Brother, I eat missiles for breakfast. I've never noticed that either animation goes there.
Yeah. Anyway.
I'm curious to see the twin snakes, because you mentioned how they have like basically the same facial model.
Did you like my sunglasses?
It's very stiff chin.
You'd point a weapon at your own.
I hate
Snake has a weird.
Why did you
He has a
disguise
weird
yourself
face,
as master?
So I could manipulate you
one
more
thing
easily.
here is
And you performed
really
quite
fucking
well, I
weird.
must say.
In the Twin Snakes,
Although the boys at the
Look, he's just
Pentagon are probably
tightrope
saying the
walking on
same
fucking
thing.
fence.
What the hell are you
Yeah,
talking
he's
about?
Following
weird, like,
orders blindly with
ballerina
no
jumps off
questions
the fence.
asked,
I'm like,
you've
what's
lost
the
your
point?
warrior's pride and become nothing more than a pawn snake.
What?
He didn't need to do that in the
Stopping the
original,
nuclear
though.
launch,
This was
rescuing the
enough.
hostages. It was all just a diversion.
A diversion?
The Pentagon only needed for you to come into contact with us.
blindly without
That's
no
what
questions
killed the
asked.
Armstech president and
Liquid
decoy
makes
Octopus.
a really fucking good
That's right.
point here.
You were sent here to kill us so they could retrieve Metal Gear undamaged, along with the
so
bodies of the
reason
genome
Foxno
soldiers.
was used.
From the beginning, the Pentagon was just using you as a vector
They
to spread
used Snake as a vector to spread Fox die so they can retrieve Metal Gear
Are you telling me
undamaged.
Naomi was working with the Pentagon?
They thought she was, but it seems that Dr. Naomi Hunter couldn't be controlled so easily.
What?
We've got a spy working in the Pentagon.
What?
He reported that Dr. Hunter
Wow,
altered
you were
Fox
right.
Dye's
That is-
program just before
That
the
is the
operation.
exact same
but
facial
no
model.
one knows
right.
why.
Wait, you're looking at the Twin Snakes
wonder.
pictures?
Maybe they arrested her so they could find out
Yeah.
the answer to that.
No
It's
doubt.
bad.
But I had no
What, this blonde
idea
snake
she was
in the other
motivated by such petty revenge. We still don't know what changes she made to Fox
Yeah.
Dye's program.
It doesn't
Oh well,
matter.
it doesn't matter. I've already added the Fox Dye vaccine to my
Well,
list of
doesn't
White
matter.
House demands.
There's a vaccine.
Must be.
There must be, but that woman is the only one who really knows.
Pfizer.
Anyway, it might prove to be unnecessary.
Why's that?
You were successful in
You
coming into
enjoy the
contact with
killing.
all of us,
No.
so we must
That's
have
later.
all been exposed
Here's
to
a
the
funny
virus.
thing about
It's true that the Armstech president and
the voice
decoy
acting, by the way.
Octopus were killed by Fox Dye.
David Hayter basically
But
said that
Oswald,
if they
myself,
did a remake,
and you, the
couldn't just
carrier,
take this
were
audio
apparently
because
unaffected.
the way it was mastered for the
bug in the
PS1
virus's
sound chip,
program.
it really works.
Could be.
But
In any
if you were to
case, if
take
it
the
doesn't
fresh
kill
audio
you,
and put it on like
then
the
I'm
HD
not worried
consoles,
either.
you would
After
hear
all, our genetic
the
code is
traffic in the
identical.
background
So it's true.
because they didn't
You and
record
I
the audio
are-
in a sound studio
Yes,
for MGS1.
twins. But we're not ordinary
Because the progression,
twins. We're twins linked by a cursed gene.
And to be honest, it actually kind of sounds better than Twin Snakes to me.
Yeah, it
because
does.
they
You're
include
fine.
all
You
the
got all the
echoes.
old
I'm like,
man's
oh yeah, I
dominant
can buy that. I'm
genes.
in a massive
I
like
got the
storage
flawed
place.
recessive gene.
Exactly. And
Everything
also,
was done
the
so that
cuts
you
in between
would
the
be the
codec calls
greatest
aren't
of his
fucking
children.
immediate.
The only reason I exist
Naomi sounds
is so
fucking
they
bored.
could create you.
They all do.
I was the favorite, huh?
That's
It's
right.
like they're reading a script.
I'm just the leftovers of what they used to make you. Can you
So,
understand
yeah,
what it's
Liquid
like
tells
to
us
know
about
that
how,
you're garbage since the day you were born?
They were clones. Well,
But
they were.
I'm
We don't find out that specifically they're clones just yet.
So that's why you're so
Big
obsessed
Boss,
with Big Boss. Some
Liquid
more
was
kind
always
of
the
love.
ones that had recessive genes.
It's hate.
And,
He always
the
told
snake
me I was
has the
inferior,
dominant genes.
and now I'll have my revenge. You should understand me, brother. You killed our father with your own hands. You stole
Well,
your chance for revenge.
The bit I don't
More
get
like his Axe body
Now
spray
I'll
and
finish
his
the work
cigarette
that father
lighter.
began.
Well, burnt
I
into
will
shit, yeah.
surpass him. I will destroy him.
I don't get because as far as I can tell from all the stuff from PS5,
Well, I'm not
there's no
like
point
you.
where like Big Boss starts
Unlike
like
you,
berating
I'm
Liquid
proud
or
of the
like
destiny
calling
that is encoded into my
inferior,
very
you know,
genes.
like dyspraxia.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh hell no! It's just Liquid being a cunt. Like I'll be blunt, Liquid is nothing but a stubborn asshole.
Well, it's a mix of
From
that.
the moment he was born to his death.
Yeah, exactly. Because if you check out Eli,
Now I'll show you the power of the weapon
he's
that will
always been
lead
aware
us
of his
in the
origin.
21st century.
The moment he meets Big Boss, regardless of the fact that that's Big Boss or not, he's always trying to one up and be better. And Big Boss always kicks his ass in PS5.
How do I stop it?
So,
Like he like dissipates his arm and everything like that.
yeah.
There is a video that's a snippet from episode 51 that perfectly describes the mentality that Liquid goes on from his mother.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see if I can find it. I'll link it.
I adore this cutscene, by the way. There's no like voice acting or anything. It's just the sound effects and the
God, Rex, yeah.
Rex is awake.
Like this is what we've been waiting for, you know.
Diamond weapon. Okay, so first things first. Oh god. We save.
Hey guys, wouldn't it be funny if Snake tries to
Snake,
kick
there's nothing I can do to help you. All I can do is cheer you on.
Alright, here's the video.
We'll watch that in a bit.
Do it for me,
Okay,
Snake.
so first things first. I'm gonna go grab a cord extender just so I can charge the thing. One sec.
I could go on forever about 5.
That's why I'm looking forward to 5, you know. So I can finally add some conversation.
I love the whole series, but like, I think 5 is one of those ones where I think it's the most. What's the word I'm looking here for? Damn, it's on the tip of my tongue.
Easiest to pick up.
Well, yeah, it's easy to pick up, but it's not the word. It's.
What are we talking about?
Oh, I'm talking about how I think 5 is one of my favorites, and I think it's a lot of people tend to hate it, and I think there is valid criticisms in a lot of it. But I don't think it's like absolutely terrible. Like I don't think the plot is terrible. It's just too much of it is in the background. Yeah, that's a problem.
The only way you can pierce
As far as gameplay goes, people love 5. It's just the story doesn't. It has its fans, but it also doesn't.
It doesn't grip.
it feels very background. A lot of the important shit is in fucking cassette tapes when it should be cutscenes. For example, I hate,
not using his naked eyes.
absolutely hate the intro. Right after you escape with Ocelot.
Yeah, and that thing that looks like a shield.
Like passive, like Indiana Jones shit. Afghanistan. And then you hear the audio tapes of like him getting his arm. That prosthetic arm is one of the most incredible things ever. And it's just a passive thing. I would have loved a good cutscene like that.
Hell, why not even start off with the one that we see in the cutscene? It doesn't even have a peak.
Told me that already.
The thing is, I don't even know if I could blame Konami for that. You know, that was
first I destroy the
just a case of a rush job, and they didn't have a chance to make all these cool cutscenes, or it was always planned from the beginning. You know.
I think Jim himself admitted that when discussing the plot of Death Stranding, that he admitted that he was way too. The narrative he took it by was like really late. Not in the foreground like it normally is. But and then it's not only that, but it's also the fact that it is incomplete. And if you look at the concept art and all the ideas that they have, like there's so much shit that I think they should have stuck with instead of like so I will fight to the death. I think they should have went somewhere with the Chico idea, because that idea was really fucking cool. Well, the idea is that Chico isn't dead. Basically, you know how like Quiet is kind of like the sniper skull? Chico was to be your combat buddy, like a armor skull, you know, wielding a machete. But his design is fucking amazing.
Is that Chico?
Chico.
Yeah. Chico was the boy that was in Ground Zero, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was in Peace Walker as well. But like, my favorite thing about the concept artwork for how he was to be a buddy in the Phantom Pain is that Venom Snake's design, you know, subtly hints at references. Most, I want to say, the Europe and America depictions of devils. You know, a horn and the Fulton strap supposedly being up the tail. But Chico was to have a design that was to slightly reference Japanese only.
Interesting.
Let's see if I got. Oh, look up that concept art and post that.
It still makes sense, like the fact that they ended up killing Chico.
Did that do it?
I mean, I wanted him still in the game, but you know, do what you did with Wyatt, have the character die off, and make it really sad.
Or you get written off the story. Or like you written out of the story, but not there.
Well,
Fox is holding a fucking
Great Fox.
I was going to say, technically Quiet died, because remember, she had the English strain.
Yeah, so she disappeared off and died.
Oh, does she? Oh, I thought
she does the...
Yeah, she never...
She goes to the alone by herself, so no one else can tell her. Oh, but then when the does strange.
Fox,
okay, we have more bombshells to drop.
From me?
Here's the Chico concept art.
Dude, I'll have a look at that in a second.
Stay out of this. What about Naomi? She's hell-bent on taking revenge for you.
That's cool.
Naomi.
You're the only one who can stop her.
I can't.
Why?
Because I'm the one who killed her parents.
Jesus Christ. You're hit with a one here.
And
Oh, damn, that's cool.
myself to kill her too. I felt so bad.
It looks a little bit like that gold masked guy from
like she was my own blood.
Yeah.
Big,
Oh,
the big coat.
Troy Baker's character.
Higgs?
A little bit.
Fox. From the outside,
He has a really cool design.
like a happy brother and sister. But every
I wouldn't be surprised
I
if
think that's...
I
Go ahead.
saw her parents' eyes.
I was about to say, I think if I remember, I think the steelbook version is over in
that I was the one who did it.
I believe have a completely different steelbook. Over here, we just have normal Doritos, just in blood.
Yeah, let me get my
final present from Deep Throat.
Yeah, because that's the one I think.
I'll stop it from moving. But
oh no, Grey Fox loses an arm.
In the Middle East, we don't hunt foxes, we hunt jackals. Instead of foxhounds, we use royal harriers.
Fox.
How strong is that exoskeleton of yours? Snake, are you just going to sit by and watch him die?
more dangerous than a jackal.
Destroyed the radome.
Impressive! You are indeed worthy of the codename Fox, but now you're finished!
I love Rob Paulson, but I think Reggie Lewis just made it better.
Fox, can you really shoot? You'll kill him too!
Really don't get
There's something magical about the first run.
In front of you, I can finally.
It's the old lightning in a bottle feeling.
After Zanzibar, I was taken from the neither truly alive nor truly dead.
No,
an
can't do it.
Shadow in a world of light. But soon,
yeah, I don't know where.
I love it.
It will finally.
Neither truly alive nor truly dead.
The main difference between steelbooks is that, yeah, I think in America it's just dirty Norman Reedus.
Can I just say shush real quick?
We're not
I love this speech. This speech has to be heard.
Fighting was the only thing I was good at. But at least I always fought for what I believed in. Snake, farewell.
Everybody, salute. Okay, so Grey Fox, the guy we saved in the very first Metal Gear game. Grey Fox, the guy we fought into Solid Snake.
Foolish man!
Fox here. He's now dead.
He prayed for death, and
But
it found
it's what he
him.
wanted.
You see, you can't protect anyone, not even
He
yourself.
couldn't stand being alive anymore.
Die!
Although he sacrificed his life
At least to help Snake.
Oh, Jesus.
Closest thing Snake had to a friend for a long time.
Yeah, right?
This is where the boss fight I felt gets tougher. This second half gave me a lot of shit, and it's kind of annoying because if you die, you have to replay the first half again, and you have to go through all the whole, waiting for the cutscene, you can't shoot a game, Fox there, you have to go through all that. So, it can get kind of annoying. But if you pull it off, it is a damn fine boss fight. Shooting missiles directly into the liquid cockpit, but it's fine.
You can totally switch probably not going to do it.
But it's cool that you can, but considering how, finicky the sniper rifle can be, I probably would never try it.
What? Yeah, you can use the sniper rifle in the battle with the cockpit open.
got you can use crafting to stretch it for a little while.
Anyway,
how many rushes do you have left anyway? Shoot off my health before we're done. Oh yeah, isn't it like?
Oh Jesus!
Shit, yeah. I forgot.
Oh. That is the closest I've ever gotten to death.
Crush you into dust.
That was very close.
I've never actually probably died to that.
Still, I might have had something to do with me playing it at like 4 AM, but yeah, I had a really tough time playing it.
That's a big fucking explosion. Guys, we did it. We beat Metal Gear.
Jesus Christ, I can hear the vibration control of it. Metal Gear is dead.
For now. Give it
this one.
For now.
He's not even. Well, he's not. This one's not even dead. He'll be back in 4.
Damn, that's right.
Just so happens that the Metal Gear here is only mostly dead.
Yeah.
He'll be stone dead in a moment.
Alrighty, so who wants to make up the excuse on how he managed to get both Meryl, a nuclear bomb, and Snake up on top of Rex? Who wants to tell me that?
He wanted a climactic fight with his brother.
Yeah, but how did he do it?
Liquid.
He's built.
Still alive.
A rope.
I won't die.
It's plausible to me that, you know, he was able to carry, you know, Snake and
looks like your
Meryl up there like one at a time and the bombs
Just
on
because
time.
you
So
destroyed Metal Gear doesn't mean
yeah, that makes sense.
Fighting.
You know, they're genetically enhanced as well. You know,
A
they
world
can
where warriors like us
other
are
people struggle
honored
with.
as we once were.
You know, there's an easier explanation.
Big boss.
He's really,
It
really
was
strong.
his dying
He's got a
wish.
really high power level.
When he was young.
Got like a
No, I
during
was
the
going to
Cold
say
War. The world
he used
needed
the
men
forklift, but
like
then
us.
again, it's
We were
Metal Gear
valued.
Solid,
We
so
were designed.
you got the Snake
But
from that
things
silo.
All I can probably think is
With all
with
the
the
lies
railgun
and
on the
hypocrites
floor,
running
it's
the
like a big
world,
slidey ramp.
isn't
That's
what
what I
it
can
used to be.
Yeah, they can just
We're
parkour
losing
off
our
and,
place
you know.
in a world
It's alright,
that
we do
no
that in a
longer
bit.
needs us.
Yeah,
A world
exactly.
that now spurns our very
Why does this
existence.
ladder sing?
You should know that as well as I do. After I launch this weapon and get our $1 billion, we'll be able to bring chaos and honor back to this world gone soft. Conflict will breed conflict. New hatreds will arise. Then we'll steadily expand our sphere of influence.
Get ready, guys.
As long
It's
as there
probably
are
for the
people,
longest.
there will
I
always
want to
be
say the
war.
longest cutscene
But
in
the
the game.
problem
These are the longest cutscenes.
balance. Father knew what type of a balance was best.
But they're never dull.
Is that the only
It's
reason?
really interesting, his monologue.
Isn't it reason enough for warriors such as us?
I don't want that kind of world.
Ha! You lie. So why are you here then? Why do you continue to follow your orders while your superiors betray you?
Why did you come?
Why did you come here? Well,
I'll tell you.
I'll tell you then.
You enjoy all the killing. That's why.
That's why.
What?
Are you denying it? Haven't you already killed most of my comrades?
That was.
I watched your face when you did it.
Oh,
Filled
it was filled with
joy of
battle.
You're wrong. Killer inside.
Killer inside you. You don't have to deny it.
We were created.
We were created to be that way.
Created. So we've had a. Sorry, I love this game. I know this game like that. So, this is where we find out the truth. Not only are we the sons of Big Boss.
That's what the project was
which
called.
is actually.
It started in the 1970s.
By the way, you remember in the briefing?
Their plan was to artificially create the most powerful soldier possible.
Big Boss.
The person that they chose as the model was the man known then as the greatest living soldier in the world.
Big Boss.
So
his father was wounded in combat and already in a coma when they brought him in. So they created us from his cells.
I love that.
With a combination of 20th century analog cloning
one of my other
and the super baby method.
There's only three things that really make it.
They fertilized an egg with one of father's cells and then let it divide into 8 clone babies. Then they transferred the clones to someone's uterus and later intentionally aborted 6 of the fetus
just an excuse
to encourage strong fetal growth. You and I were originally octuplets.
Octuplets?
Yes. The other 6 of our brothers were
Listen,
sacrificed
your son's gonna be a
to make
fantastic
us.
person, but you...
We were accomplices in murder
I was
before the
foul.
day we were even born. So it was you and I, 2 fertilized eggs with exactly the same DNA.
Oh yeah, they should have given you like an option to kill him if you wanted to.
Although that would make
They
it
used
time.
me as a guinea pig.
That would make it time
To create a phenotype in which all of the dominant genes were expressed.
That's why I am satisfied with
create you.
uploading 200 rubber
I got
bullets
all of the
directly into his
recessive
crotch.
genes. You
No,
took
but here's the
everything
thing,
from
though,
me
you can't feel
before
that.
I was even born.
Should have done it to his head.
But you and I aren't his only children.
I'm really sorry.
What? The genome soldiers. They too are his progeny, carrying on his genetic legacy. But they're different.
From me before I was
even born. With the completion of the Human Genome
that made
Project,
up Big
the
Boss,
mysteries
they
of
expressed
humanity
all the
were laid
recessive
bare.
ones and put them into liquid, and then all the dominant ones were put into solids.
Thanks to Father's DNA, they were able to identify
soldier
more than
genes-
60
all the
soldier
soldier
genes
genes in,
responsible for
Big
everything
Boss,
from
they,
strategic thinking to the proverbial
digitally,
killer instinct.
Put it into practice and
Those
created
soldier
the
genes
genome
were
soldiers,
transplanted
which is this,
into the members
soldiers
of the
we've been
next
fighting this whole
generation
time.
special
So technically,
forces.
they are
That's
our
how they
brothers too.
became the genome soldiers. That's right. The
But they were
genome
just random
soldiers that
people
you've been
who were
killing
born naturally
are
that just
our
had the
brothers
genes inserted
with the
into
same
them.
genes as
While
ours.
Solid and Liquid Snake were actually cloned.
Yeah, directly.
The genome soldiers.
That's right. They are our brothers, created artificially through the alignment of nucleotides to mimic our
I've
father's
never heard that
genes.
line before.
They too are the product of numerous sacrifices.
Sacrifices?
Human experiments!
I don't like that cut. That was weird.
Where it goes like...
1991.
Okay, so this was always an
the
interesting
Gulf
moment
War.
in the playthrough. Is
The
when
military
I
secretly
found out
injected
that
soldiers with the
Dan's
soldier
parents
genes.
nearly died because of the Gulf
The
War.
Gulf War syndrome that hundreds
Yes,
of thousands
I-
of
What?
returning
That was
soldiers
fucking
complained
weird.
about.
So,
Well,
was a
his
side effect
mum
of it.
and dad at
Everyone
the time
knows
were
that the
in
Gulf
a
War
base
syndrome
that
was
was
caused
just
by exposure
captured.
to depleted uranium used in the
Gulf War.
anti-tank rounds.
And it was about to be bombed to fuck.
That was just a cover story
Like
issued by the
Scrumptious.
Pentagon.
And they literally had to
First
make it
they
a call,
tried
like,
to
no,
say it
no,
was
no, we've caught it,
post-traumatic
we've
stress
captured it, don't do it. Because
then
otherwise you'll bomb the
chemical,
fuck out of us.
biological weapons. The poison gas detection units
Dan has
and
like a
the
box with a bunch
anti-sarin
of, like,
injections.
he brought
they
it
were
out
all just
in the
a
playthrough. You
cover-up
didn't
of the
see any of
secret
it, but,
genetic
because
experiments.
that's his private stuff. I
So
won't
then,
do any of that
the
to him.
so-called Gulf War babies that have been
He brought
reported
out
by
a box
Gulf War
which had,
veterans
like,
are...
Gulf War stuff from his
Yes.
dad.
They too
and
are
I
our
was like,
brothers
oh,
and
okay,
sisters.
that's really fucking interesting.
So the genome soldiers mean that the experiments were a success?
But yeah, like
Success?
he tells the story a little
Don't
bit
be a
better,
fool.
like on the
They're a
playthrough on the
complete
channel, so check that
failure.
out. But yeah,
We are on the verge
if
of
they bombed the
extinction.
fuck out of that base
What?
by accident, Dan would never be here. which is weird.
Have you ever heard of the asymmetry theory?
I don't want to think about that.
Yeah, I'm glad it.
Nature tends to
happened.
favor asymmetry. Those species which have gone extinct all
Also,
show
yeah, the game
signs
makes an
of
interesting
symmetry.
point that
the genome soldiers suffer
going
from the
on
same
from
problem.
all the people who
Signs of
survived the
symmetry.
Gulf War.
So
like
do
basically,
I.
they were all
As do
being
you.
sowed with the Big Boss genes too, as well as their children that they
We are
had
all
from
on the
that,
verge
who,
of
you know,
death at the genetic
suffered
level.
any
We don't know
deformities because
when
of
or
the
what
Gulf
type
War
of disease
as a
will
result of
occur.
the Big Boss genes.
That's why we
And
need
they
the
covered
old
it
man's
up,
genetic
because it was still
information.
being
You
experimented
want
on,
Big Boss's
because they didn't,
DNA so you can save your family? It's very touching.
In
define
nature,
the genes
family
properly,
members
so
don't
they
mate
can
with
test
each
them.
other, and yet they help each other to survive.
Just a cover
Do you
up
know
by the Pentagon.
why? It increases the chance that their genes will be passed on to a new generation. Altruism among blood relatives is a response
I really hope
to
Liquid
natural selection.
was around.
It's called the
Actually, no,
selfish
I really
gene
wish
theory.
Liquid was around.
You're telling me that your genes are ordering you to save the genome soldiers?
Finds out
You
that
can't fight
all
your
the
genes.
clones
It's fate.
had the
All
ability
living
to
things are born
reproduce,
for the
taken
sole
out of their
purpose
system.
of passing on their parents' genes. That's
That's
why
the
I'll
one-
follow
one
what
of the
my
reasons why
genes
Solidus
tell me.
was so harsh
And then I'm going to go beyond. In order to break the curse of my heritage.
Used, Jack as a surrogate and killed his parents.
Dude, that just
to do that,
made me think of 5 again.
I will kill you.
Because the cure for the parasites basically render the ability to have kids away from the soldiers.
Look behind you.
But the interesting part about that, like, that idea as well is, like, Big
Not
Boss
sure.
himself, like,
She was
he lost
alive
the
a
ability
few
to have
hours
children of his
ago.
own because he was subjected to,
Poor girl kept calling your name.
was he not? He was
Stupid.
That was Venom.
Falling in love with a man who doesn't even have a name.
I have a name.
Big Boss just
No,
didn't want
we
kids.
have no past,
No,
no
some- I
future.
swear there was
and
something
He was
with the
very
whole thing,
anti.
like-
He was
be
very
truly
anti having
ours.
kids because
You and I are just
of
copies of our
the
father,
fact of things.
Big Boss.
Let Meryl go.
Well,
because of
they
this
saw him
finished
as the
our
ultimate
business.
soldier, and
We're almost out
all
of
they were going to
time.
do with the kids was
Talking
just
about
going to
Fox
take
dying.
them away from him,
It
turn
seems
them into
now that
soldiers
the
as well.
Pentagon knows that Metal
that's why,
Gear is
Zero
destroyed.
wanted to use
They've arrived at a
Lesson
decision.
One so
They won't
he could
even need a
have
PDA.
a direct copy.
If you want the details,
And
why
it
don't
was
you
his
ask
own
your
way of,
precious
you know,
Colonel Campbell?
blackmailing Big Boss to make sure he never left the Patriots, right?
Colonel, can you hear me?
That's the stinger
I'm
that hurts
listening.
about
What is
5,
the
because
Pentagon
in the
trying to
end,
do?
when we get the secret
Colonel,
hidden tapes, we
answer me.
realize
The Secretary of
Zero
Defense has
didn't
taken
really
over
hate Big
active
Boss.
control
No,
of
he
this
never did.
operation.
Like,
He's on his
the
way
whole-
there by
The
AWACS.
whole Metal Gear
What
series
for?
is based
To bomb
around
the place.
2 men
What?
not
only that,
understanding one person's
B-2
idea.
bombers just lifted off from
They
Galena
both
Air Force
misinterpreted
Base.
it. They have
They're
a
carrying
little spat, and then they have
B-6113
the world
surface-piercing
becomes
tactical nuclear bombs.
What?
Neither were right.
Metal Gear
God,
is
it
destroyed.
hurts. It makes
Tell
the whole
Secretary of
series all the
Defense.
more
The
sad.
Secretary of Defense
Big Boss only
heard
realizes
Naomi
that he was
double-crossed
wrong,
us, and he's
well,
worried
and
about
Zero was
Fox
wrong
Die.
too,
Now
right
that there's
before he
no more
dies anyway,
danger of a
at the
nuclear
boss's
strike
grave.
from Metal
that.
Gear, he's going to do whatever's
But anyway,
necessary
let's
to
talk
cover
about
up
the
the
game we're
truth
playing
of
right
what
now.
really
So,
happened here.
the Secretary of
going to
Defense
drop a
has
nuclear
found out
bomb
that
that
Naomi
vaporized all the
double-crossed
evidence
them
along with anyone
and
who knows
put
anything.
Fox Eye
Don't
into
worry, Snake. I'll
and
stop
it's going
the
to
nuclear
nuke
strike.
the fuck out of the place,
How?
even though nuclear is
I
destroyed.
may only be a figurehead
But
here,
this is when we
but I'm
find
still
out why
officially
Colonel
in
was being
command of
such
this
an
mission.
asshole.
If I issue an order to delay the strike, it'll confuse the chain of command and at least buy you some time. It'll give you a chance to escape.
But, Colonel, if you do that...
It's okay, Snake. The truth is,
Foxhound
Foxhound was already the subject of an undercover investigation. Merrill
Merrill
was
was sent
transferred
in
to this
before
base
shit
just
hit the
before the terrorist
Yes.
attack as a way of manipulating me.
him and pulling the strings.
Bastards.
I'm sorry.
So basically,
They
the
forced me to
Pentagon is filled with a
cooperate
bunch
in
of
exchange
strings?
for her life.
The strings.
You better get out of there, Snake.
I know that it was
Are you
supposed to be
sure?
strings, but I
It'll be bad for
swear
you.
to God,
Don't
it
worry.
fluffed
If
up.
I-
It's
if
the
I
least
gloved
I
on
can
it,
do
don't
for you
hold
after all the lies.
So yeah,
Colonel.
he's
I won't
doing
harm,
it.
just-
Yeah,
Ordering them
Colonel,
to
the
cancel
Colonel's
the bombing
sacrificing
run.
as much as he
After
can
that,
to
there's
save
no
Snake.
turning back.
Although he's
What are you doing?
then kidnapped. I don't know what happened to him. He's on a fucking submarine, right?
Mei Ling, what happened to the Colonel?
I don't believe
Good,
it.
What
good point.
happened?
Yeah, unless they sent
This is always
another
bothered me.
submarine in.
Roy Campbell has been
And then
relieved
it-
of duty.
facility.
No,
this is the Secretary of Defense, Jim Houseman.
Put the colonel back on. He's been placed under arrest for
So
leaking top
the
secret
Secretary of Defense is just chilling out in the bathroom.
Yes.
Ridiculous.
I've been waiting.
Yes, he's a ridiculous man.
This guy.
By the way,
this guy.
This Jim Hausman was referenced way earlier on by the Armstead president, Bacon, because take this to your boss, to Jim.
I'm sure the president would want the same thing.
Well, that's not what he
President
promised
ordered this.
Jim.
President is a busy man.
So the president doesn't actually know what's going on.
Here.
How do you plan on explaining a nuclear attack on Alaska to the media?
Don't worry.
Say
We've prepared a convincing cover story. We'll simply say that the terrorists exploded a nuclear device.
Smart. You'll be murdering
Politics,
everyone here.
everybody.
The scientists, the genome army, everyone.
Donald, the DARPA chief is already dead.
So, you didn't mean to kill the DARPA chief after all.
He was my friend.
And you could care less about what happens to everybody else, huh?
Well, if you give me the optic disc, I might consider saving them.
What are you talking about?
Metal Gear's test
The
data.
one that Ocelot took from
Donald
us.
was supposed to bring it back.
I don't have it.
I see.
Oh well.
Oh,
That's
well,
okay.
That's okay. You two are an embarrassment for the 1970s. Our country's dirty little secret. You can't be allowed to live. Well, the bombs will be dropping soon, and you two have a lot of catching up to do.
Farewell.
Farewell.
There's no way.
There's no way out.
I'm sorry that we're quoting the game, but this game's great, so.
I love this
Let's
whole
finish
thing.
this before the
Okay,
air
this bit always bothers me. Liquid says, like, the nuke is going to go off at the precise moment of Meryl's death. And then he sets a timer off, which is 3 minutes.
Only your death.
So is the nuke going off in 3 minutes? Or is she going to die in 3 minutes? Technically, her death, all of their deaths, will be in 3 minutes if the nuke goes off.
Do you see this?
I'm assuming
it will be
it's
the
just
time limit for our final battle.
It has to be the
This
time.
nuclear module is set to
precise
detonate at the precise moment of her death.
Well, and we've got the good ending as well, so, you know, she's not dead.
Oh, by the
She
way,
dies
we
of boredom.
we lose
If you
30
win,
seconds.
you might still be able to save her.
It's not
Because
really
we need to
Could enjoy one brief moment of love
before the end.
before the end. If you cross this line, you fall.
At this height,
At this height,
If I cross this
kill
line,
even you.
I'll magically survive.
Metal Gear survive. How about you, Snake?
How about you, Snake?
Like that.
First things first. Hold on.
What's wrong, Snake?
Controller died. It turns off whenever.
Are you hurt, Snake?
I know I keep talking about Fog a lot, and I'm really sorry, but can I interest y'all in another little tidbit about Venom Snake?
Go for it.
By the way, you can trip. You can trip him up.
How?
You press square.
Alright. So, you know in the beginning of the game how you get to essentially create your soldier?
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, I want to bring that up. When that scene came up, I was like, oh, well, this isn't actually Big Boss then. I figured it out at the moment.
Yeah, it's really on the nose. Not gonna lie, could have been implemented better. I don't know how, just like, you know, how I probably would have done it is not at that point in time, just probably maybe after you rescue Miller. And they're like, you're gonna need an identity, you know, to go
Nice shot!
when this is all done and over. Something along those lines. Rather than just like, hey, you gotta change your identity.
What's wrong,
But,
Snake?
so, here's the fun fact. Originally, you were gonna be able to choose your soldier's gender. That's right. You could have had a female medic. I don't know why they changed it, but that certainly would have made it interesting.
So you could have been playing as a female?
Well, you know, plastic surgery and surgery to turn the soldier into Big Boss.
Yeah, but you could have been playing as a female version of Big Boss, basically. Kind of.
Yeah. Kind of.
Kind.
Oh, it's the stream's back.
Yeah, it's
You're out of time.
I'll be honest, I think I died because the nuke went off.
Oh, did it? Oh.
Yeah, I've never seen it go off. That's the rarest. That's the first time I've ever seen it.
Oh, I thought you were just bringing it up just because. There you go, guys.
No, they missed
Liquid left, but he'd be dead too, so.
Better hurry. I don't think Liquid gives a shit.
Plus, considering what he has survived at this point, I honestly doubt that he would kill him.
It only takes Fox time.
How many nukes has he taken to the face and he's still survived?
Listen, as a kid, he survived thunder straight from God. He can survive a nuclear bomb. Stun arm for...
Oh, right, yeah.
Listen, just fuck the fight. Develop stun arm 3. It makes the whole mission flow.
Yeah, I've seen that. It's fucking hilarious.
You don't have any rations anymore, so you really gotta watch your health.
What the hell? I've never seen that. Oh, right. If you try and like choke him, he does like a spin move.
Sneaking suit is I've always pictured it being a lot more sleek than actually how it's supposed to be.
Honestly, the sneaking suit in this game is my favorite.
Yeah, this is my favorite of the sneaking suits as well. Although I hate how it looks in Twin Snakes. They butchered it.
Don't mind it that much, but yeah, it looks a lot nicer.
I want to know at what point did Kojima look at the sneaking suit and the development, parts for 2 and think to himself, we need to give these characters ass. All ass. And right to an extent. I mean, I am a huge fan of Metal Gear. I can probably create the biggest tangents and tell you about all the artistic interpretations of this, and that. I will never be able to figure out why they made Snake and Raiden thick.
Graphics, son. They're on the PS2 now.
Nano machine.
Snake! But keep in mind, Tom, this was 2001. This is before people were really accepting, if you catch my drift.
Fine, I've never
Better hurry! It's going to
Again, I believe it was just down to be like, hey guys, look how good the graphics are now.
Yeah, that's
and yeah.
Basically.
Better hurry! It's going to blow!
Amazingly, Metal Gear Solid 2, 20 years later, still holds up tremendously well.
And becomes more relevant as time goes on.
Yeah, which is terrifying. Even did it again. Death Stranding,
That's right. But here's this weird thing. I remember a long time ago, I want to say it's 10 years ago at this point, or even a little more. No, I'll just stick with like 10 years because I don't remember how long ago it was, but I remember I was watching the news. I remember there were specific talks about printing firearms with special bracelets that you needed to wear in order to use them. And the first thing I thought was nanomachines.
Yeah,
like that whole encoding business. And here's the fucked up thing. I have never heard height or hair of that. It's probably in the back room somewhere, in some technological facility. It probably still working.
Alright, nanomachines are... There's no doubt in my mind that one day they'll be a thing. If it's 10 years, 20 years from now, they'll do something that resembles nano.
I mean, on one side, the nanomachines could essentially help you in many ways. Make you smart, make you fit, you know, make sure everything inside is right. But on the downside, they could easily control the nanomachines inside you. Control you.
Nice shot! Exactly, just like they did before. They can make everybody out of those seats.
That's right. I last stopped playing 4 on top of the ACP. I've been replaying it in PS now. I'm trying to remember, what was the thing you get for doing a complete pacifist route? It's a
big boss,
I can quickly look that. I had that.
Oh, it's the solar.
No, you can enter the code. Like when you beat the game, there's a special menu where you can enter a bunch of codes, which you can get a lot of the secret guns that way. But you can't get the fucking stealth and infinity. But it costs so fucking much.
Not if you are on a particular day at the Outer Haven.
I think Saturdays and Wednesdays.
Yeah.
And the very last mission.
That's what I mean. Okay, he's dead. I was being very lax about that and more getting into the conversations that was on me. And also the 30 seconds that he wastes is the reason why it blew up at the start. So that was on me.
Meryl.
Okay, we survived the torture, so we get the good ending. Hooray!
Meryl?
Good God, if you ever get the bad ending ever again, watch this cutscene and realize how, oh
you?
wow, was it really this intense and bad?
Snake, oh, you're alive. Thank God.
Meryl.
I mean, the voice acting in that is fucking incredible.
Meryl, are you okay?
The character's just all off.
Is that all you
yeah,
can say?
because Snake goes, I'm nothing. I'm not the hero you thought I was.
Oh, it wasn't that
That's
bad.
not even the part that gets me. It's just Otacon, you know? He's such a break in that
give in to the
cutscene.
torture.
Yeah, he's like, well,
torture?
you did everything you could.
And things
That's
even
literally
worse than that. I was fighting too. Just like you.
You're a
says like
strong
Meryl
woman.
can't forgive anyone
Fighting
anymore.
them
Like, yeah, thanks, dude.
made
Really
me
hammer the
feel
point in that
closer
she's
to
dead.
you. I felt like you were there with me. It gave me the strength to go on. But I was scared.
Yeah, like I brought it up before, but yeah, before Metal Gear
sorry.
Solid 4 came out,
Don't
any
say
ending
that.
you got in this game would have been canon, basically.
Yeah.
But it made me realize
It's the
something.
bandana.
During all the pain and shame, there was
So,
one thing
in
I
order
was
to
sure
get
of.
the thing
Single
that lets you have
actually
infinite
held on
ammunition
To be
kill
fair,
everybody.
I think that
And
it
that
might have
hope
been
kept me alive.
it might have been actually the good ending
Snake.
because in Metal Gear Solid 2,
I wanted
Snake points to his bandana and goes
see you
infinite
again.
ammo,
Yeah.
which means he has the bandana.
Oh yeah, good point.
That's my Kodak.
Yeah, because he just has like the, I don't know what you want to call it here, like.
How did
sweatband.
Meryl hear the codec? How did she do
Snake,
that?
It's me.
Otacon, good news.
She
Meryl's
felt it.
okay.
All right. You
Maybe
saved her, man.
Maybe she didn't. Maybe
Good
just Snake
job.
points it out.
I got some bad news too.
Although they do make
We're
that
about
more
to be
obvious
bombed.
in Twin Snakes.
Oh boy. I guess
See,
we're
I
considered
like this
expendable.
better. Like, even
Is
though
there a
Otacon's
way
not
out of
with
here?
you, I like
A way
this.
out? Yeah. You can take the loading tunnel to the surface.
All right, keys.
There's a parking garage right next to you. The tunnel
By the way,
leads from
you
there
want
to
to
the
know something
surface.
that was really
The
weird
door in
today?
front?
I was working at
It's a
the
small entrance to
stall
the
in,
west of that door.
the center,
How about the security?
and
Just
it was
unlocked
dead
it.
as fuck.
Who do you
today.
think you're
There was no
talking
one
to?
there.
I'll
And
take care of security along your
for
escape
some reason,
route, too.
the sound effect
What are you going to do?
of Otacon
Me?
getting hurt in the
I'll
car,
stay
the Jeep,
here.
the
Are you crazy?
just
I
popped
need
into
a
my
little
head
more time
randomly.
to take care of your
I don't know
escape route.
why.
you mean?
But
Unlocking
you
the
escape with
security
him instead
doors
of
is
Meryl?
difficult
Yeah.
work. Only
He makes
I
that
can
sound,
do it.
a particular sound effect when he gets
Otacon.
bumped or
Don't worry.
by the
I'm
car. He
staying
goes,
here. It's my own decision.
and it was like, what the fuck?
Otacon,
That's
this
so
is a hardened
weird.
shelter, but they're
I don't
going to
get
use
it.
a surface-piercing nuclear
It
bomb.
just
It won't
appeared in
hold.
your
I
head
mean,
out of
I'm
nowhere.
through
Yeah,
regretting the past.
it just popped in.
Life isn't all
It's
about
one of those
loss,
random
you know.
things.
Life isn't all about
I've had
loss.
Snake,
I
Some
love,
of
I
it.
love this. This
Person now.
completely
I
fucking
found
wraps
a
up
reason to
Otacon's
live.
arc.
Good. Don't die on me.
same to you. Take care of Meryl,
I have this
okay?
dumb little headcanon in my
will.
head, so obviously
Okay,
in the
I
bad
gotta go.
ending, you know,
I promise I'll
Meryl's
do
dead,
something
and
about
then
your
Otacon
escape
just
route.
appears on top of the wreckage of
Thanks.
Metal Gear, which in my mind I'm like,
Thanks.
how the hell did he climb up there with a bad leg?
Well, that
No
sounds
idea.
nice.
But in my mind,
He
I
ate a
like,
ration.
Sure.
I like to
Snake.
think that in the good ending he was still up there, but he saw that Meryl was alive,
Let's
so
get
he
the
just
hell out of here.
skedaddled out
he
of there.
left.
What about him?
He ran away. Oh, that's really funny.
Otacon's?
Yeah.
I like that.
All right, she's dead. Time to confess my feelings to
Fighting
Snake.
right
Oh,
now.
fuck.
Oh,
With his old
okay,
self.
sure.
To be the man he wants to be.
He's fighting for us too?
Yeah. And I don't want it to be in vain.
Me too.
Wait a minute. How does she know
find weird
his
that it's
nickname is Otacon? We haven't said it out loud yet. Otakon.
So that's weird. It's like Meryl.
I love
Otacon.
I love this little joke here. She jumps, lands, Snake catches her. They're
Snake.
about to have a tender little moment, and then the bombing raid begins. And I love Meryl's little jokey thing here.
It started.
I must be heavy.
She's just woken up, and
Looks like we're not gonna have
it's
a love
like
scene
really
after
sweet
all.
that she's got that
Looks that way.
shit.
Too bad.
Oh, it's kind of it's just nice.
Let's get out of here.
Snake,
Yeah.
it's freezing outside.
No,
you
you're
need
not
some
wearing
clothes.
a full suit of armor.
I
There's
love
my
the story,
sneaky
but
suit.
poor fucking
Hurry
this
up.
relationship, you know.
Which, in its own way, is pretty heartbreaking.
Yeah.
But I understand its reasons.
Hurry!
I get the reasons, but it's just, you know.
Looking good, Snake.
Okay, I have my own issue with this. Is how the fuck do all the guards get in here? Because they follow you, and in the Metal Gear Solid 1 LP we did on the channel, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Jesse, you showed it off, but a guard just fucking flies out of nowhere. Like if he's a gun in a barrel and there's like he's in the tunnel. You know? I don't understand it.
It's been a while since I've watched the highlights. Actually,
Snake, they
last
placed the Connor under
yesterday,
arrest.
before
I
I
don't know
went
what
to
I
work,
should do.
I watched the
This will
Spider-Man
probably be your
highlights
last
to
save.
get myself
I'm going
happy
to miss those
before I
proverbs
went
of
to
yours.
Snake.
I love that.
Mei Ling,
Oh yeah.
I have a favor to ask
I
you.
forget to keep getting these.
Make a hard copy of all the codec
Oh yeah,
conversation
this is like the
data
last
up to this
codec
point.
call you
I
can
want
get.
some
I think.
insurance.
Okay, Snake, leave it to me.
I forgot about this thing, and I like what Snake says here. Make a hard copy. I love
Oh yeah,
that.
because Campbell mentions that later
Snake,
on, doesn't he?
please.
She makes a
Be safe
hardcover.
for me.
Let's
She
actually let's call Nastasha. Oh, you can't get a response. Okay. Otacon?
Yeah, I think Mei Ling's the only one you can call.
spookity, spookity, spookity. I'm Russian,
Yeah.
and this is the end.
Okay. Let's get that. And Meryl being a fucking rookie,
I'll drive.
right in.
Damn,
Fucking
surveillance
self-defense.
camera.
Okay. So there's guards here.
Damn, no keys.
Pick up as many rations as you can.
All right, keys.
Wherever the fuck they are.
I think there's at least 4.
There's 3.
I got it, Snake. Jump in.
Well, there might be 5.
Okay, I killed the guy. Let's just hold it, because I'm just gonna get hurt.
I want to say those guys.
Snake, hold on.
Let me heal now. Get it out of the way. Right now, throughout this entire time, we've not had access to one thing, and now we have it. First person aiming.
That was one of my favorite themes in the game, the escape theme.
Snake, check that. Here they come. We'll never make it. Okay, Snake, let's go.
Okay, make sure Snake is facing east, because the way the Jeep skids, you want to be ready.
We're not out of the woods yet. Here they come. We'll never make
It says, okay, Snake, let's go. Like, I'm already in the truck. She's the one who's driving.
Here we go. This motherfucker just does not die.
Not yet, Snake.
Nope. It's not over
It's
yet.
not over yet. It's Liquid. Why won't you die?
Okay. You do need to damage Liquid. Because if you don't, the secret just goes on until you die. So shit's getting intense.
Do you ever get intimidated by, you see the 10-minute time limit and you think, oh my god, this segment's gone for ages? It really doesn't. They're very generous with the 10-minute time limit. I don't even, you might use like 5 minutes of that.
I wanted to show
Their chest knowing anything, being shot in the face, God knows how many times.
I'm just going to assume it's all great.
Titanium skeleton. Fuck, that's right. I meant to ask this earlier, but like, what the hell is the tattoo design?
I think it's like an SAS thing.
Yeah, I think it wasn't like... files.
And that's gay.
Look, Snake.
There you go. Save money in 5 minutes.
We're gonna crash.
I bring this up in the review, but Snake has fought now 3 Metal Gears. Well, 2 and destroyed 1. He's fought tanks, hinds, and all sorts. He's fought legendary soldiers and everything. Ninjas, the lot. Could you imagine if this is the thing that did him in a fucking car crash?
And Liquid just gets up and finds out that he's already dead and just breaks down crying.
Meryl, are you okay?
Yeah, just a little shook up.
Meryl, can you move?
This is more
It's
of a
no
question
good.
regarding
I can't
probably
move.
future
What happened to Liquid?
or Solid 2, I should say.
I can't see
But
him either.
this has always kind of bugged me.
Liquid's dead.
Solidus was an exact clone of Big Boss, right?
Yeah, he was the perfect clone.
Uh-oh.
Before we go into it, I love this scene so much. This scene is fucking amazing.
Snake!
Twin Snakes does something kind of cool, but also something really dumb with it, but I'll talk about that.
I shall hold that button.
Die.
Liquid is finally dead.
Not yet. He's got to put his hand out first. And then... Now he's dead. Oh, it gives me fucking chills, god damn it.
If he's dead, that means...
But go on, Jesse. Sorry to interrupt.
Don't say
That's all right.
it, Snake.
I was just about to say something kind of on the stupid side. I don't know why.
What happened to the
But
air
I've
raid?
always interpreted
No stealth bombers in
Solidus
sight.
as like
No stealth bombers in sight means there's stealth bombers. What the fuck?
Snake, can you hear me?
Colonel,
Are you okay?
Colonel, what happened?
The Secretary of Defense has
No,
been
no,
arrested.
he's got a point.
Early retirement.
No.
Arrested?
So,
I was able to get
the
into
Secretary of
contact with
Defense
the
has been
president.
arrested. Turns
Metal
out the president
Gear,
had no
the
idea what was
training
going
exercise, all of it.
So the
It
colonel
all
was
the
released.
Secretary of Defense acting
The
alone.
Secretary of Defense
Acting alone?
arrested.
What happened to the
I
air
love
raid
looking into the
and the
lore of
nuclear
that because
strike?
apparently after the
orders were
Secretary of Defense gets
rescinded.
arrested, he
The
has like a massive fucking mental
F-117s
breakdown
and
or
the
something.
B-2 Spirits
That
have
sounds
returned to
about
the
right.
base.
But
Once
then,
again, I have
George
complete
Sears
authority
is
over this
quietly,
operation.
Given up the
I
resign.
see.
Washington isn't stupid enough to use nukes
But yeah,
to cover
go
up
on,
its
Jesse.
two
Did not
secrets.
have sexual
I wonder
relations
about
with
that.
middle
In
group.
any case,
Yeah, but no,
the
go
danger's
on.
over.
You still had a point to make
Thanks,
about it.
Snake.
Colonel, you can
It was
rest
regarding
easy.
Solidus and
Meryl's
how
fine.
my mindset has
Really?
always just kind of worked with this.
Thanks.
How
Thank you,
essentially,
Snake.
obviously, Liquid and
Snake.
Solid are
I'm
twins.
sorry,
They are still
I kept a
clones
lot
of
of
Big
things
Boss,
from
but
you.
in a way they're
It's okay, Colonel.
slightly
Snake,
modified
I'm
biological
not a colonel.
beings.
Yes.
If
Yeah,
that
they're
makes
not
any
perfect.
fucking
That's
sense.
right.
I've got a
Positive and
present for
recessive
you.
gene thing.
There's a
Solidus was the
snowmobile close to you.
culmination.
Mainly
Yeah,
saw
because
it on the
if you
satellite
look at
photos. This time
Big
of year, the
Boss's
glaciers
model
are pretty calm.
and
You should be able to ride right out of there. I'll bet the boys
Solidus
at the
as well.
DIA
They
and
are
the
pretty
NSA
recommended
never
with the
expected
facial
you to
features.
come home alive.
Me neither.
I was just about to say,
I better not
for
show my
some
face
reason, my
around
mind
here.
has always come to this
No
conclusion
danger
that
of that.
Solidus is the
You two
older
officially
brother
died after
of
your
the
jeep
two.
Yeah,
sank
he
into
was-
the
I don't
ocean.
know why.
Well, no, they're
That's
all
not
the
too
same
far
age.
from the truth.
He was, but
Also,
he was
there's
created
a
afterwards.
helicopter
though,
waiting for you
Solidus.
on Fox Island.
Dr. Hal Emmerich should be
So
somewhere
wait,
on the base. I want someone to
Solidus
bring him
is
in.
younger than
I understand.
Solid
Leave it to
and
me.
Liquid?
Okay.
Yes,
Roy.
yeah. As far as I
Are
To
you
be
Yeah,
fair,
as
like
I
you can be
Don't
younger
worry.
and look older.
I've
It's
got an
all in
insurance
like
policy.
the age lines.
A hard copy of all Mei Ling's
genes.
data. As long as I've got that,
By the way, in the
you,
bad ending,
me,
I'll bring this
and
up.
Mei Ling will be
In this
fine.
codec call
The battery
with,
on these nanomachines will run out soon.
Campbell,
They won't be able to follow us.
we
I
get
guess
a
we won't meet
in the
again.
bad ending.
Don't
We
worry.
find out the truth.
I'll pay you a
that
visit
Meryl
sometime.
is actually
Really?
Colonel
look
Campbell's
forward to that.
daughter.
Roy, just tell
But
me one
only if
thing.
you find out. Only you only find that after
About
the fact
Fox
if she's
dying.
dead.
Meryl
So,
will be
woohoo.
fine.
But we don't know
She
until
wasn't
the future,
included in this
so
programming.
it's
What about
pretend to
me?
stay in the dark.
It killed Liquid.
Naomi said that she wants to talk to you face to face about that.
How
Okay,
is she?
I have to bring
Don't
something
worry.
up about this.
Mei Ling is with her
Because
right
Naomi has been
now. I'm
released,
switching over to Naomi.
but
Snake, it's me.
Foxeye killed Liquid,
Naomi.
I heard about my
and
brother.
somehow she heard about Grey Fox
I'm
dying.
sorry.
Great.
But he had one last message he
He
wanted to
killed
say
her
to you.
parents. haha.
He told me to tell you to forget about him and to go on with your own life.
Frankie said that?
Yeah. He also said he'll
I
always love
what
you.
Snake says here. This bit here.
Naomi,
Your brother just
your
saved
brother
you,
just saved
me,
you,
and the
me,
whole world.
and the whole
It
world.
just shows that it was the last
He
thing
fought
that
with
his
every
friend
ounce of
did,
strength in his body.
Maybe.
You know?
Maybe now he's finally found some peace.
Are you guys still there?
He wasn't really my brother anymore.
Still here.
Cool.
Just
Ever
quiet
since he
'cause
fought with you in
setting
Zanzibar,
things
he's
up.
been
This
like a
line-
ghost.
A ghost looking
A
for a
ghost
place
looking
to
for a
die.
place to die.
Oh, I can't. Because ever since Zanzibar, Grey Fox has just been losing his mind.
Naomi, Liquid died
So,
from Fox
this,
died
I hate
too.
this.
What about me?
When am I gonna go?
When am I
because of
gonna
Fox?
go?
That's up
That's
to
up
you.
to you.
That doesn't answer his
What do you
question.
mean?
Dies when
Everybody
their time's
dies
up.
when their time's
Yeah.
up.
So
that doesn't answer my question.
There we go.
It's up to you how you use the time left
You know
to
the
you.
time limit. Okay, so from the research that I
Live,
did for the
Snake.
review,
That's all I can say
it is a
to
random
you.
event when the DNA, the fox die learns of the DNA sequence. It's a random event of when it happens, especially if you're the carrier. It's a random event, so it could be in 20 minutes or 20
Each
years.
person is born with their
So,
fate written into their own genetic code.
Her vague
It's
answer is literally
unchangeable,
vague
immutable.
because she doesn't know.
But
So,
that's not all there is to
she's
life.
telling him to get the most out of his life as
finally
soon as
realised
possible because it could get him whenever.
I told you before, the reason that I was interested
what I
in
dig
genes
dug
and
up.
DNA. Because I wanted
Knowing
to know
that
who I
could
was.
that would fuck me up,
where
knowing that I could
came
die,
from.
like say, in 20 seconds or in 20 years. You
But
know.
I thought
to
that
be
if
fair,
I analyzed my DNA, I
that could
find
happen
out
now.
who I was.
You know,
who my
someone could have
parents
a heart
were.
attack or
And I thought that
you
if
know,
I knew that,
a
then
meteor
I'd
or
know
something.
what path
You know,
I should take in life.
I could die like in 5 minutes. Like I could like
But I
lean
was
back,
wrong.
trip, and crack my
I
head.
didn't
open,
find
you
anything.
know? Anything could
I didn't learn anything.
Although
I think it's more just the knowledge of
the knowledge that something,
this-
yeah,
Just
something
like the
is inside me
genome
that can
soldiers.
learn of my
You
DNA
can
and kill
input
me.
all the genetic
Yeah,
information.
that is always
that
big.
doesn't make them into the strongest soldiers. The
like
most
knowing
we
that
can
you're
say about
naturally
DNA
gonna
is that it
be on
governs a
edge,
person's
just
potential
thinking,
strengths.
is it
Potential
today? Is today the day I die? You know.
Yeah.
I think Snake just got lucky that
Mustn't
you know
allow yourself to be
it
chained
didn't
to
happen to him.
fate, to be ruled by your genes. Humans can choose the type
come
of
on,
life they want to live,
But here's the thing. Do you want to know what I
Snake.
think actually
whether
did it?
or not you're in the Fox Die program.
So
isn't
we find out later on that
The
Snake
important
was the
thing is
one
that
with the
you
recessive
choose
genes,
life.
and Liquid was the one with
And
the
then
dominant
live.
genes. I think
Don't you
the
think,
dominant
Snake?
genes were spotted
Don't
first,
worry.
and the genetic
I'm going
sequence
to choose
there
life too.
was what
Today
figured out
I
the
live for
DNA
a
sequence
reason
and
to
killed
live.
Liquid now. The
From here
recessive
on,
genes took so much
going to
longer,
just
but in that
live.
long time that they'd never learned, that's when the accelerated aging kicked up, and when that kicked up, the mutation of the fox
Genes
die
exist to
happened.
pass down our hopes and dreams
Oh,
to
okay,
people
that's-
through our
That's my
children.
theory.
So you think when Naomi rewrote it that she included
Living
it
is
to
a
look
link
out
to
for
the
the dominant
future.
genes, which weren't even in Snake?
That's how all
I
life
guess so.
works.
That's my only theory.
Yeah, no, that would make
Loving
sense.
each other,
Yeah.
teaching
That or
each
Snake,
other.
like I said, Snake just gets really lucky.
That's how we
I
can change the
never
world.
thought.
Yeah, to be honest, I've just thought of that now.
I finally realized it.
I
The
could
true
I
meaning
could
of
believe that.
life.
By the way, I really, really like Meryl's
you, Snake.
orange like jumpsuit thing that she's got.
Her vest.
And she finds something.
Look, I found this.
Where she found it?
Let's keep it as a reminder.
Oh,
Like,
thank
it
God.
was on this
Of
thing.
what? A reminder
Successful
of a
mission.
successful mission?
Or the first time
Or
we
the
met.
first time we met?
Reminder of how to
Reminder
live.
of how to
Ending,
live.
he gives you the
The stealth camo.
camo thing. Yeah, that's
Until
And they
today,
also make a
I've lived only for
Space
myself.
Odyssey reference.
Yeah, they do.
Survival has been the only thing I cared about in my life.
Okay, you're
That's
gonna have to
not
point
just
that
you.
out for me.
Because
That's
his
how
name's
everyone
David.
is.
I only felt
And
treated about it when I was
Hal
getting
and
death in the
Dave,
face.
and then they both
don't
laugh,
know.
and then
Maybe it's
Snake
written into
says,
my genes.
maybe we should take a trip to Jupiter.
What about now? What do your genes
Wait,
say
you
about
said
your
Space
future
Odyssey,
now?
not Space Oddity.
Maybe it's
That's
time
what I
I
was
live for
questioning.
someone else.
Oh, okay. 2001:
Someone
Space
else?
Odyssey, which Kojima said is
Yeah.
like one of his favorite films.
Yeah.
Someone like you.
I still need to watch it.
Fucking
That's
hell,
why
dude,
That's
it's
the real
incredible.
way to live.
I've sat through a lot of Stanley Kubrick's films.
By the way,
but,
this piano piece,
2001: A
this,
Space
yeah,
Odyssey.
this piano piece here
So, where
is
to,
the most
Snake?
Metal Gear Solid 2
David.
music in the
My
game.
name's David.
David. My name's David.
Okay. So
Not
where
even on
to,
the soundtrack
Dave?
as well. That's the thing.
Yeah, I know. That's what upsets me.
Yeah.
I think it's time
It
we
wasn't
look
until
for a
pretty
new
recently
path.
someone actually released like
A
the
new
collection
path?
of all like
A new purpose.
the
Will we
cutscene
find it?
music
We'll
and
find
the ending
it.
stuff in one complete
I
thing.
know
Before that, we
we'll
had
find it.
nothing.
Yeah.
What are those?
Caribou.
Caribou. To the Aleutians,
You're a
the
symbol of
caribou is a
life.
symbol of life. It'll be spring here soon.
I
get it, guys.
She says one of those, like the me.
Yeah. Spring brings new life to everything. It's a time for hope.
That's
Yes,
so funny.
2D.
I've lived here a
and
long time, but Alaska has never looked more beautiful. Sky,
Even
sea,
you.
Oh, what's the terminology that trees do back in PS1 days.
You.
Cardboard.
Where there are 2D textures, but they always face
I think
paper.
I'm gonna
I don't know
yeah,
the technical term, but I always call them paper trees.
I mean, they look out for that more in N64 games.
And then Snake just moves through the fucking thing like Resident Evil 4.
Let's enjoy life.
And
I love Scent so much.
As do I. And don't worry, Snake made the call to say find Hal Emmerich and bring him in. I want him safe. In the 1980s, there were more than 60,000 nuclear warheads in the world at all times. The total destructive power amounted to 1 million times that of Hiroshima bomb. In 1993, START 2 was signed, and to reduce the number. However, as of 1998, there still exists 26,000 nuclear warheads in the world. This information is updated for Twin Snakes, by the way.
Changes like the 1990s and 2005, whatever it is.
Yeah. And now we get in full the theme song, The Best Is Yet to Come.
One of the best themes in any video game.
Oh, I could listen to it all the time and cry. I could.
Oh, me too.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. It is one of those themes that hits a nostalgia point that drives me to tears.
Yeah, same here. Like, I think I've also listened to it to a point where I could turn on the waterworks right now if I wanted, but I could also not. So I'm gonna not, because it's a live stream and I don't want to cry yet. Metal Gear Solid 3 and 4 will probably do that.
Yeah. Look out for that, guys.
I will probably disappoint you because I will not cry at the boss's death.
That's not what I cry at. But holy fucking shit. We did it. We beat this game.
Did it. 2 sessions, there you go.
Yeah, I'm sorry for the fucking hiccup there where the stream just fucking died. So I'll explain what happened. I plugged in the was perfect.
One thing I always found interesting in the credits for the game.
Yeah.
I think it actually says like Kojima worked on the editing of the cutscenes, which I always thought was kind of interesting.
Yeah, because he always had the camera cutscenes as well. He knew like the vision. He worked as a director. But yeah, let's talk about the game some more.
Yeah, sure.
This fucking game. I remember when I played it for the first time, and I'm struggling here and there, but the music always struck a chord with me. All the little things that I missed, all the things I did differently, things I wanted to go for, if I wanted to be as careful as possible, or if I wanted to use stealth, or if I wanted to use the bandana, or do I want to use the top air duct, or do I want to use the bottom? How do I want to go about things? I've played this game so many times, it's I can't count how many times I've played this game. But this game,
I've only beaten it twice, fully twice. Yeah, I wouldn't have played this game fully if it weren't for you, man. You know, me loving the franchise is all down to you, you know.
But I highly recommend you play it.
Oh, thank you for that.
Yeah. MGS1, while yes, it's aged and it's a bit stiff, what a game to kick off for 3D video games. Like, this game was originally meant to be on the 3DO. Thank God they didn't do that.
What?
Yeah.
Otherwise, it would have been the same situation that Metal Gear 1 and 2 had, where it was on a computer or console, which nobody really had unless you lived in Japan, you know?
Exactly, and thank God they didn't.
Almost would have been a Tomb Raider situation.
Yeah. I say this in the review, but Kojima and his team, they went out of their way to specifically try and make the best PlayStation 1 game possible. And to this day, I still think they did that. Because you look at some of the other PlayStation 1 games, in terms of stories that they create, they're a bit simple at times. terms of graphics, they can be a little primitive. Even with the 2D stuff, like Castlevania Symphony of the Night, what's a fucking fantastic game. It's incredible, so close to this game. But I still feel like, in terms of RPG elements, in terms of graphical fidelity, like a lot of the graphics were kind of cartoony. Like in Final Fantasy 7, 8, and 9, there was a cartoony aspect. They needed it because of the hardware that they were using. But despite all of that, all the other games that came before it, this game creates such a fucking atmosphere. Graphical beauty. It is insane. And Kojima knew that if we just use the in-game models for the cutscenes, we can go to and from like that, and had perfect camera angles to work with. He knew what he was doing, and what a fucking game. What a fucking
Thank God they did, because I can't imagine them using FMV cutscenes like that. That would be horrific.
It would have been awful, and I'm glad they didn't.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
the tech just wasn't there, and yeah.
You mustn't allow yourself to be chained to fate.
Hey,
to be
look, dog
ruled
machine,
by your
finally.
genes. Humans can choose the type of life they want to live. The important
Yeah,
thing
listening
is
to the
that
best
you
is yet to come
choose
over
life.
footage or
and then
images
live.
of, you know, Alaska or snowfields.
It's
weirdly
perfect.
relaxing,
It's
you know?
so good. But here we have
I recommend looking at the lyrics.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
The entire
Gave
unit
it to
was
me,
wiped
right?
out. He turns himself into a pickle.
Those two are still alive.
Funniest shit I've ever seen.
Vector? Yes, sir.
I should
Fox
become
Die should
activated
become
soon.
activated soon. Right on schedule. Yes, sir. I recovered
So
all Rex's
he
dummy
made
warhead
sure to
data.
pick up the disc.
No, sir. My cover is intact. Nobody knows who I really am.
The
Yes,
DARPA chief
DARPA
knew my
chief
identity.
knew my identity.
So,
He's been disposed of.
Ocelot killed the DARPA chief on purpose.
Yes, the inferior one was the winner after all. That's right.
When he
Until
says
the
he
very
knew his
end.
identity, does it mean
Liquid
more
thought
like
he
who he
was
was
the
actually
inferior
working for?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I agree completely.
There was a
It
well-balanced
takes a well-balanced individual such as yourself to rule the world.
I agree completely.
No,
No
sir.
one knows
No
that
one
you
knows
were the
that
third
you
one.
were the third one.
Solidus.
Solidus. What should I do about the woman?
I don't think they actually say that in the bad
I'll
ending
keep her under
either.
surveillance.
Yeah, they don't. So,
Right, are they talking about Meryl when they mention the woman, or are they talking about
Naomi.
Naomi?
Naomi.
Alright.
Mr. President.
Mr. President.
So, the third
I love
clone,
that
the third clone, Solidus, is currently the president at the moment.
I
Holy
love
shit.
that twist, and just that Mr. President and the zoom with it. It's like, oh my god.
Yeah.
What the fuck's gonna happen next? You know?
Yeah. I fucked up quite a bit, and I think that's just because I was being quite lax with this, but that's why I died 5 separate times. And I saved quite often, but we got the code name.
I died like 20 times when I played this game.
Yeah, I did see your death count. I was like, dude, what?
Oh wait, how high was Tom's death count?
Very high.
I did like 20.
20.
I enjoyed the game. I never said I was good
I
at
think
it.
it was 29, if I'm right. But anyway, yeah, that's our ranking. I didn't get like a big boss rank or anything, or Fox Sound.
I was gonna say, is that like you know, the top tier rank, Big Boss or Fox Sound?
Yeah.
Yes. But it's always weird because, like, in the context of the Metal Gear series, we're always told, like, Big Boss is this ruthless warlord, but what's the Big Boss rank? No alerts, no kills.
Yeah. I've never ever understood that. Oh yeah, by the way, I forgot to show off the Sanic thing. So in okay, right after the snowfield, after killing Sniper Wolf, and as you go down to the blast furnace, if you save and then reload the game, you'll get one of the mission briefings up to that point, and there's a typo of Snake's name, which is spelled S-A-N-E-K, so Solid Sanic. But yeah, that is Metal Gear.
You can see that in the LP and the highlights.
Yes, you can. Which you should check out. Oh, hold on a minute. I forgot. You can change the color of the background.
What about that? Blue and yellow actually works really well for that.
Alright, I'll just leave it there.
Yeah, how many VR missions can you play in this game again?
It's 20, I think. It's like 10 of the regular missions and then 10 time attack. But this is where we're going to leave off. I want to thank everybody for watching. Sorry for all like the technical hiccups. I feel awful for that. I need to look into what's
dude, it can't be helped with that. It's fine.
Yeah, but thank you for everybody for watching. Soulfire, Silence, everybody who joined in. We topped out at 9 viewers, which is rare for us. We topped out at 9.
Yeah, that's the highest the view count has been, I think.
Multiple times, and I'm really happy about that. So that's really cool. The next live stream that will be taking place is on Wednesday. I will be doing it this time, and we are going to finish off Metal Gear Solid VR missions because we are still going to be on the PS1, and I want to get that done. After that, we are going to be continuing some Final Fantasy VII goodness. We ended last time with Tifa spending time with Cloud in Medeal, and Barrett has elected Sid to be the new leader, who is leading everybody to stop Shinra from acquiring the huge materia. So that's where we're going to be taking off next time, sorry. And then on Sunday, we are going to actually properly finish Sonic Adventure. I probably should have said this earlier, but I didn't do a Sonic Adventure stream yesterday because, one, it was late. Meg started at 7:30, even though she started at 7:30 today, which is bad. But
it was mainly my fault. I was out until very late.
Yeah, you were out very late, but that's fine. I don't care about that. Personally, I would have much rather had a co-host. That was my only thing. But yeah, we will be finishing Sonic Adventure off with Knuckles' story and then the final story. And then after that is Metal Gear Mondays. And I know it might seem a little repetitive, but things are going to be very different because we are going to be tackling Metal Gear Solid: The Twin Snakes. Oh boy.
Playing this game again.
That's going to be interesting because I have not experienced it.
Well, you are in for something, Jesse, my dude.
Yeah, I'm not sure how I want to tackle it. I think I'm going to go for the good ending again.
I'd say go for that, to be honest.
Yeah, but here's the thing, like, I'm going to have to get used to the controls. I'm going to have to do a test at some point because, oh my god, if I don't
like I said to you, you could either just get used to them or, like I said, map the controller to, like, PlayStation controller on the PS3.
Wait, I just had a random thought.
Yeah.
You could use an HD upscaler, like, the fuck am I thinking of?
Dolphin?
That's probably something that's best left off stream, but I'm thinking of, you know how like older systems usually have
component cables? Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, because I'm thinking of you put it through something like an HDMI upscaler. Would that be able to still use the capture card?
I'm pretty sure I can find some component cables for the Wii, and then I can just use the thing for that, because in the end there's going to be no real difference what I do, because I'm going to be using this thing to stream. Worst case scenario, I get an emulator to work with it, but I think I want to do it on the Wii just to save some strength on my computer. But yeah, next Metal Gear Mondays is going to be Metal Gear Solid: The Twin Snakes, the remake of this game, and oh boy, is it different. Yeah, so that's where we're going to leave off. Then after Metal Gear Solid: The Twin Snakes, we'll be doing Metal Gear Solid 2, because oh my god, you're going to have to strap in for that one and bring your popcorn. But I want to thank everybody for watching. You're amazing. You're all great. As always, you can find us on our Twitter and our YouTube, which is above my head right here, or you can follow and subscribe to us here. Or if you really, really want to support us, you can check us out on Patreon here. So you're amazing if you do that, and we can't thank you enough if you have done that.
Give these guys love. They deserve it.
But yes, Jesse, thank you for joining me. Can you plug your shit?
Hi, my name's Jesse, or EMC Mend. I'm EMC Mend, that's capital EMC Mend on Twitter, MC Mend on YouTube and on Twitch. Speaking of Twitch, in a couple of minutes, I'm about to go live with some more Metal Gear Solid 5.
Awesome.
But yeah. But give more love and support to these guys. They deserve it.
Yeah, everybody give a follow to our good buddy.
I'm adamant about that.
Scott forced to go all the
What
way
the
back to where
fuck?
it just came from.
Oh, show Jesse some love. He deserves it. All the highlight videos on our channel are done by him. They're awesome. So yeah.
And
I have another project just in the back burners. I've not started it yet, but
it's Half-Life.
I'm mentally prepared myself.
I'm not. I'll never be mentally prepared for that one. But...
Wait, Kieran, did you guess it properly?
Is it Half-Life?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you announced it somewhere, but yeah. Not only that, check out Tom's Twitter, which is @LiloTom, because he's a badass.
Sometimes I post on there.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's a good place to leave it. Thank you everybody for watching, and take care. But we have people to
hey guys.
We have people to raid, so let's take a look at who's live. Ray Xander's live again. And he's doing more Final Fantasy 14. You know what, let's raid him again, because that was fun. Obviously, everybody, be nice, be kind, be sweet and loving. Because if you're not, I will kill you. I don't have a raid hashtag.
Peace and chicken grease.
But just be nice and give him love, because I'm by the way, Soulfire, when you said to raid him last time, I didn't realize this is the Ray Xander who plays with Some Call Me Johnny on Final Fantasy 14. So when we went into the room, I was like, oh shit, Johnny's here. So that was funny. Yeah, because obviously Johnny plays a lot of 14. But anyway, thank you everybody for watching, and take care. Let's go raid.
Take care, guys.
8, 7, 6.